live IRL on the internet right now. Okay, we got people here. We got Jorge Escobar with his new
Brother.
channel and also the podcast Learn to Code and Landonime, who
Yeah.
is the official anime recommender for the Nick Ricada stream, the Lawing stream, as well as the Buttholeweeb of every other stream you're on.
Yeah.
Now, as I understand it, your main role is you like to go on people's streams and ask them what their favorite anime is and if they like to eat ass. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes. That is the meme. Uh. Yeah, I would say that just big ass already to me was funny, and then I just kind of like warped it into this weird retarded fandom I was already into called anime, and then you get all these fucking podcasts and all these YouTube channels that just take money in, or they'll let you on, and then you just talk about weird shit, and then the autism ensues. It's fucking hilarious.
Are you also in Anime Outsiders? Are you in that server as well?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. Because I thought I had seen you somewhere else, but I guess it wasn't
No,
that.
I was on Nick Ricada's stream twice with Anime Outsiders.
When they were doing their thing.
Yes, Nick did a stream with the legal allegations of Anime Outsiders. I can't remember who the fuck was threatening to sue that website, but they threatened to sue him, and he had him on, and then I got drunk as fuck and just super chat. I super chatted Nick and said, "Hey, let me on. I want to talk to this guy about anime," and then he did let me on. So that was the first one, and then the next one we did was an actual weeb stream. So we did a weeb stream with Nick, Anime Outsiders, and then Gator Gamer. And
Gator Gamer is one of the guys who's from the Kill stream. Am I correct?
Yes, he is. And it was fucking terrible on my part because it was like over 3 hours long, and I got fucking hammered and was incoherent for the last half of that stream. But yeah, that was the other weeb stream we did. So those were the only 2 streams I was on for Nick. Well, I did pop up in his 20K sub special, but yeah, the actual anime ones I was on were basically those.
I understand. So that's pretty cool. Have you gotten anybody to admit to what they do and / what their anime they're into?
That's kind of that's the meme. That's the funny part. No one's gonna admit that they eat ass.
I don't know. Are you familiar with Bunty King? Because that's something that he brags about on his YouTube channel.
I see him. Is he?
He's
on Nick's channel.
What?
Is he a frequent chatter on Nick's channel, Nick Ricada streams?
I don't think he's on Nick Ricada streams.
I've heard that name.
I know that Hazen Cruz made a video about him. I know that like a lot of there's a lot of people kind of like the Kill stream. They talk about him a lot, or they did during like some kind of drama thing because they got into a bit of drama with the skeptics. Jorge, are you familiar with the skeptic community?
Not really. I do know what a skeptic means.
Yeah. On YouTube, there's a group of people who call themselves the skeptics, and I guess they get into like internet arguments with people or something like that. I'm not quite sure what that's all about, but Bunty King was one of them, and I believe what happened was he made a video about like his like ex-girlfriend or something like that, which I would suggest not doing that if you're on the internet.
No.
Yeah.
No. Or in private, it's not a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, like it's like you're basically volunteering to be on TMZ.
I don't know what that is, but I guess
TMZ is the only honest reporting media in the United States because they're owned by a lawyer whose prime directive of their company is never get sued. So they are always accurate in everything they report, and they only report celebrity news. So it's mainly things that don't matter. So
Okay.
they're reporting on
So
things they
he's a
don't.
good lawyer, actually.
Yeah. So he's a lawyer, and he wants to avoid getting sued, and he
Yeah.
just reports on things that aren't really that important. So they never really lie. So whereas everybody else in the media lies a lot. So that's how it works in America. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So that was pretty interesting. Why don't you give us a quick rundown of like how what your channel is about currently and how the podcast is going and all that stuff.
my YouTube channel is about learning to code,
Uh huh.
as the name implies. So I currently just have a uploaded video version of the podcast.
Uh huh.
Besides that, I created a couple of series. The first one is I created a series of um, I just bought an Amazon book about SQL,
Uh huh.
that's databases.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
book
Yeah.
included basically a lot of exercises and problems to be solved. So I just basically got into a stream in Twitch and began solving the problems, and I uploaded those. However, the format is pretty open, so I guess that a long-lasting video of 6 hours is not going to be very popular with the people. So I need to actually do some edition there, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, the thing that actually the thing that actually got a lot of following right now is the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess that the long time format, I'm not using a long time format there. I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
speak for like 10 to 15 minutes at a time on
Mm-hmm.
every episode, and I try to have an episode every single day.
Oh wow.
Um,
That's a
yeah,
lot of dedication right there.
not really, because I'm not scripting anything. So
Okay.
I'm basically choose a topic a day and talk. And talk about that. I don't even. I should actually think a little bit more about it, I guess. I don't. So I basically just pick a subject
Mm-hmm.
uh, and talk about it. So that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. And then, as for you, Landoname, are you having your own show? Is it like an audio video, or are you basically just like a raider who like raids other people's shows and you know, like kind of like the Mongolians or something, but in the podcast sphere?
No, I have a very ill little anime channel called my name here, Land Anime. I do
Uh-huh.
anime analysis, and I'm an anime critic, more so on blogs. On the app Anime Amino, I have like 3,000 people who usually check on my blogs. I've kind of quit doing that more so since I've switched to YouTube, and then with
Mm-hmm.
my work schedule, I don't upload very often, but I clip together anime footage and just give my drunken takes on them. I've seen almost 700 animes, so it's give or take. I'm not popular enough to sway anybody on their opinions or anything, but I just get drunk, make a video, and slap it on YouTube sometimes.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's very, very good. I appreciate what you do. You're doing a great service to the YouTube community because, as I understand it, there are some anime people that like kind of are a bit are a bit toxic compared to the other anime reviewers. I'm not quite sure how that works. Have you heard of this guy called Digibro? He apparently has beef with
Of course,
everybody.
I have.
Like, yeah. So,
He's literally my favorite YouTuber.
oh,
I take
really?
a lot. Yes. Before you get into the whatever controversial bullshit you're about to get into,
Uh-huh.
he shaped a lot of the shit. At least in my anime views, I take a lot of, I guess, inspiration from his style, but I don't do it. Digibro does anime YouTube as a job. It's not
Mm-hmm.
my job. I've only been doing it for not even a year, and
How do I?
I only got so many subscribers. Like I was editing a video before I got on here. It's something you got to get better at,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to do that and find my style. Digibro has mastered his style. I will never put myself on the pedestal that Digibro is on right now, because he's one of the very few people that I think might have seen more anime than me. But yeah, I guess. Anyways, you can go on with whatever you were saying.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. So, how did you get the role of like the official anime recommender for Ricada's stream?
Well, I was obviously, you guys know, I was always a fan of the Dick Show. I just chatted a lot. That's really all you have to do. You just chat a fuckload, and eventually Nick recognized me, and he brought me on his show. Obviously, there's Clay Early, all the people he brings on, like just the regular people who are a fan of Nick, and also the Dick Show, and I guess Nick liked me enough to bring me on, and I guess the meme was that I was Nick's personal anime recommender, because every time I was in the chat, I would just ask people, "Hey, what's your favorite anime?" And then they would ask me, "What genre do you like?" And then I'd recommend them out of my knowledge what would be good, I guess.
I noticed that Nick's stream tends to be a little bit devoid of the the eating ass meme. Is that because of like you know, he's trying to run like a more family friendly channel, so you kind of refrain a bit from that?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
I don't want to bring the eating ass shit to Nick's channel, because the reason he doesn't cuss or talk about stuff like that, or like when I say, fuck this guy in a
Oh.
super chat, he says F this guy. Like it's his channel, and the reason is because he's got a family, and between his 5 kids, he doesn't want them to look it up and hear these harsh words, at least from what I've gathered.
Mhm.
So
I should actually think about that. Actually,
Oh.
yeah, the eating booty hole stuff he has done on chat, but for Nick's channel, I think that meme's kind of dead. I'm just in, and I don't want to ruin his streams. He's blown up. I don't want to ruin anything that he's going for. So the eating ass stuff, like, I totally respect him not cussing or anything.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. I like his channel a lot. So Jorge, if you're not familiar, Nick Rekieta is a lawyer, and what he does is he explains things that have to do with the law, but it's like somewhat related to the internet as well. So when there's a lawsuit on the internet, for example, when this guy Dick Masterson got sued by this other guy Maddox for I believe it was $20 million, something like that.
Well, the entire lawsuit overall was almost $400 million.
Basically, Maddox tried to sue
wow, that's a
everybody,
lot.
and then that ends up totaling to like 400 million or something like that. Like an extremely insane amount of people.
Wow,
And
that's a
money.
lot of money, actually.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. So
Yeah, I do know that in America there is this uh, zoo culture, I may say,
yeah.
where you don't even need to actually do anything wrong. You just need to get money to get sued. So
Well, usually you won't win a lawsuit if you're suing someone for no reason. So that's what happened to Maddox, right? So
yeah,
he tried to sue people for some nonsense, and then he lost, and it costs money to sue. So you need to have
yeah,
money before you can sue somebody.
Everybody involved had to spend a fuckload of money just to defend that lawsuit.
Yeah, so there is like a kind of like a suing like meme in America, but it's I think it's a little bit more overblown than what it actually is in real life, because in real life you want to avoid lawsuits, generally speaking.
yeah.
So tune in next week when we teach you how to get rich quick by getting a lawsuit going and forging evidence that you
Okay,
win. Yeah.
that sounds like a scheme.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. I didn't really have many topics prepared. Like last week, no, like yesterday, we were talking about like the SeaWorld and like how it was a little bit suspicious that like SeaWorld claims that they help animals and sea animals and what have you, but then they make them do tricks in like their little like show environment places, which is like, oh, why do these sea animals have to do these backflips if
Because they need to work.
yeah,
I
so
I actually I went to college for
uh-huh.
before I dropped out. I was going to school to be a vet technician
Yeah.
or a vet nurse. And I was going to, if I did, obviously I didn't. I wanted to be a exotic anime nurse for sugar gliders, lizards, and then also like farm animals, cows, blah blah blah. The last time I saw some of that shit in SeaWorld, it was kind of sad. I don't give up. Like, I hate dogs. I hate I hate most animals. But when I was passionate about helping the healthcare system for them, when I went to world, it was it's a little sad. They keep them in captivity.
Why?
Because
captivity is really good for them, actually.
They want to
Well, it depends on the animal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but basically they are just devoid of predators. Basically.
That's true. That's true.
I mean,
like I said,
holy shit. Have you been in the wild?
Yeah. No.
It's a fucking ruthless place, dude.
Yeah. Well, now, as of right now, I hate every animal. So yeah, I totally agree with you. But back when I was like actually passionate about like helping animals,
that's actually a good thing.
It was kind of sad to see them in captivity. But some of them,
why?
You're right. A lot of them, they get the care they need. Yeah.
I mean, they had professional care, and they don't have to hunt their own food. They're basically getting fed. They are basically glorified pets.
Yeah, you're right. Why do I keep hearing fucking typing in the background? It's driving me crazy.
There's probably me tapping some keys once in a while, but I don't know if it's really that loud.
I don't hear it, actually.
Okay, I hear it.
You hearing things, man? I think you've been watching too much anime, and that's...
No, I've been hearing too much fucking typing the entire time the stream has been going.
Yeah? Maybe it's me. Let me see. I think it's me.
What?
Is that better?
I don't hear it. Maybe my audio is not even picking up enough. I don't know. Okay.
No, it's not me. It's actually not me.
I hear that.
Yeah, it's me, actually.
Okay. So it's Jorge. Okay.
Yeah.
No, you're good, man. You're good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's okay. Okay, it's done.
You can keep going. Sorry.
So, no, don't. It doesn't matter. So, basically, I don't see how an animal that have professionals around him taking care of him is getting abused or is sad. I don't know.
Oh, well, you should go talk to PETA. They know all about that. Oh, what the? How did everybody just surrender?
Well, my opinion on that subject is that if you are going to be living, taking care of from professionals, those professionals need to get paid. And if you are an animal and you can basically do some tricks to earn your own keep, I don't know why is that a bad thing. They may not be humans and they may not be considered employees per se, but I can basically see why an organization may just pick up the opportunity to get some cash into, because I don't know how donations for them are going on.
Well, let me backtrack what I said.
Okay.
Like I said, I already said I dropped out of the nursery school that I was going to. I don't give a fuck about any animals anymore.
Okay.
But when I did go and see actual, like, I guess what you want to call them, zoos, animals in there, it kind of made me sad because a lot of the shit on the internet, which manipulated my mind, showed a lot of, like they in captivity they die early. I don't really agree with that anymore. So I pretty much agree. I pretty much agree with Jorge. I think that it's, if it's not endangered or if it's not any way endangering that particular animal.
Well, do you think they have a better chance on the wilderness?
I think that animals
over 50% no.
Because
so I agree with you.
You are going to face the reality of life in the wilderness. You're going to
Exactly.
face predators, and a lot of them. Hell, even if you find, I had, is this a sea word? Is basically for fish and mammals that live on the sea, I guess.
Yeah, SeaWorld is basically like a zoo, but not really.
Like for like whales and seals.
Yeah.
Well,
They do shows and then there's some shit on the side.
Mhm.
well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that the sea is actually a very dangerous place for everyone,
Yeah.
including the fish that actually live there.
Even the people, even if like someone has like a gun and they're on the sea, that's like still dangerous for them.
Yeah, no, no, forget about it, dude.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
No.
it is a
I
ruthless
totally
place.
agree. I totally agree.
I
My views have changed
guess
so hard.
I guess that maybe you can say that if the animals live a little longer outside, that maybe I don't know. I'm not really that sure about that.
Well, some of them do. Some of them really do.
The
Like
ones
just
that
being
don't
out.
die basically live longer. Is that what you're
Well,
saying?
yeah.
Like, so if
Well,
How do you
they're
prove
more
that?
likely to die, but if they don't die, then their lifespan will be overall longer. And I think that's what you're saying. Is that close or correct or anything like that?
yes. No. Yeah. Yeah. You are. A lot of
Okay.
animals that aren't in captivity do end up living longer, and it's a more natural way for them to live. But I'm kind of at the point where when I see them in captivity, yeah, Jorge is right. It's and they get their food, and their population isn't being fucking troubled. That's why I hate PETA so much, because it's not really as deep as you think it is, and I've studied this shit. So I as I grow older, I don't give a fuck about animals anymore.
But do
Hence
you
why
care about PETA? I guess.
Well, PETA is considered a domestic terrorist organization by some
I
so New
to-
Jersey, I think.
yes.
Um,
Okay.
yeah.
I
So
do know that they sacrifice a lot of animals that they are basically just getting them out of the homes of their owners,
yeah,
and
basically they kill more animals than they save. That's also the
yeah,
thing. They
I do know that because when they are here in Mexico, they basically gather a lot of pet dogs. They don't care about the dogs on the streets.
oh yeah.
That was clear to me when they
Uh-huh.
came to Veracruz back then, like in 2015.
Yeah.
No, they
Did
were
they come from
gathering up
America?
pets. Yes, they were
Ah,
from America. They were
see, that's
speaking English actually.
they're practically like invading your country, or like not, or if not invading, they're coming to the country and just being assholes, basically. Like
Well,
it's
the thing is that it was on the news that the pets that they were actually quote unquote saving, they basically filled a rented storage room,
mm-hmm.
and they were basically killing them all.
Ooh.
So
Oh.
that was on the news.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't actually find a shelter for them. So they were basically lying to everyone. And when the people actually realized that they were killing a lot of puppies, or cats and puppies and even goats,
Mm-hmm.
because we do have pet goats here in Mexico. It's not that
Yeah.
really weird. It's not that weird.
Yeah.
So basically, all these pets were getting slaughtered
Mm.
in a room. So yeah, that didn't
Eh,
go well with PETA here. So I
I
don't
don't.
know
I
if in
don't think.
America it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they do there. But here they were killing actually a lot of animals that they were actually trying to save. So I don't know how killing someone or something that you are trying to save works. I don't know. I don't know how
Well,
it's in America actually.
I was
Uh,
I was only around the medical aspect, but like a personal, you know, job that I undertook. I interned at an animal hospital in high school, went to college for it.
mm-hmm.
Animals were basically, it was my life. It was what I loved. As I grow older, obviously, I hate most animals, but I've
What
been to the.
happened?
I got older, and then I had a girlfriend who had a Chihuahua, and I fucking hated every animal ever since.
He
Mm-hmm.
But
was so annoying.
it was fucking terrible. Dogs are the
Okay.
most. Dogs are the most cock blocky, obnoxious, needy motherfucker. I hate dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, they I've been to the Dominican Republic 3 times, and over there they actually have like stray, like where I live, or I'm assuming the host of this lives too. They have stray dogs and cats just running all over the fucking place, and it could be sad, but it's just, you know, in that country, it's in that culture. So if they get hit by a fucking car, fuck it, I don't care. I'm done on this topic.
Okay, I guess I too. Why do we start talking about this?
Because PETA is bad for you. They're the bad guys.
We actually realized that it was on the news here. So yeah, nah.
Interesting.
No, it was horrible. I don't know if that's actually illegal there in America, that you actually claim that you are going to save pets and you end up killing them.
No, I don't think that's legal. I think that might be the reason why New Jersey considers them to be a terrorist organization.
Yeah, I haven't researched too much about them. I do know them because they came here a long time ago, but yeah, it didn't go well with the people here. So, yeah, no, horrible. So you're an expert on anime, I've been told.
Yeah, that's land down on me.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what would you recommend then?
Well, with recommendations, it comes down to what is your. I don't recommend anime willy-nilly because not everybody will enjoy them. It depends on what your tastes are.
Well,
700 anime.
When I was younger, I used to watch a lot of Dragon Ball Z. What else? Reinhardt, a very old anime series. After I got a job, I didn't find too much time because back in the day, you really need to have a lot of time to actually find anime that you want to watch.
Well, do you have time now?
Not really, because I decide to pick up jobs after my work is done. So I'm getting a lot of fiber work.
Okay, so you like shonen action shows.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So somebody who likes to work and then get some like extra like side gigs, they're the kind of people that want to watch shonen anime, and that's the kind of decisiveness.
That may actually be true because
that's the decisiveness that we need on this channel, where like, you know, we get some vague description of somebody, and then we exactly know what is going to be the best for them. So that's
I was actually thinking that he's maybe actually right because
because I know
the last anime that I actually watched fully, I think there were 12 episodes. Is one called One Punch Man.
Oh, actually, I saw that too.
Yeah, I was in love with that series.
He's a casual anime fan.
One Punch
that
Man
may
is
be
actually.
It actually.
It's not. That's not an insult. I'm just saying he just likes the cool
Don't
new
worry,
shows.
man. I'm Mexican. I'm not really that familiarized with the offended culture there in America, so I don't even know what offended is considered there. So I don't know. Well, besides that, I was watching. I got into the second season of Attack on Titan. I haven't finished to watch that. I did watch. I really like it actually. It's a really sad.
That's cool. Yeah. No, I know you're a casual anime fan. Like
it's a really sad anime.
Attack on Titan is like the meme anime for anime elitists who want to be better than other people to hate on. That's basically what that is.
It is, but I can genuinely tell you I hate it. But you know,
why?
I've seen almost 700 anime, so like it's awesome that he likes it because at least he's watching anime. Like I don't want anyone to shy away from anime just because an anime critic like me, you know, shits on it.
Well, obviously, if you watch a lot of anime, you are going to develop a taste for it.
If you watch a lot of anime, then you might become.
That's what I'm getting at. So please, Jorge, don't let me just because I hate Attack on Titan. Please don't let that sway you in any way. I love that you're watching anime, and I love that you love Attack on Titan and Dragon Ball Z.
Wait a minute! My wife actually show me. She have a Netflix subscription that I haven't used because I don't want to get addicted to Netflix. We
Okay.
watched together an anime called Agretsuko.
Okay.
And it's a really short anime too. It's about
Agretsuko.
yeah, that one.
Yeah,
It's
Aggressive
basically
Retsuko is the English name.
it's on Netflix actually. I don't know if it's still there. It's about
It
these
is.
anthropomorphic little animals, and they have a. It's basically an history related to a series called The Office. It's similar to that.
Oh, it's like
Um,
The Office. Interesting.
it's like The Office. Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
kind of like The Office before he describes this really shitly. It's
yeah.
it's by
Have you watched
Sanrio.
it?
Huh?
Please
by
go on.
it's by Sanrio, who has also made Hello Kitty. So it's basically an anime where there is a red panda who is living in the work life, which, like he said, is like The Office, and
She's an
she
accountant, actually. I think.
An accountant.
Yeah,
Interesting.
she's an accountant.
well, it's a workspace anime, but yeah, she's an accountant, and then to let off the feelings of that stress, she like sings metal music, and all the characters are animals, and it's fucking hilarious. I think what is it? Is it like 10-minute episodes? Or sorry,
Yeah, it's like
10 episode anime with 15-minute episodes.
Interesting. That's an interesting anime that you just described there. I think I know what you're talking about. Something about like metal and
How the fuck do you not?
Yeah,
you
I
not
know.
follow
I've heard of this.
Okay.
I don't really watch anime, and I even watch it, so it's not really that
Okay.
hard to find, I think.
Oh, I'm hardcore gonna hug you, brother. I'm glad that you at least checked it out. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you need to thank my wife
keep
about
up with-
that because she actually do watch a lot of anime.
Oh, does she? Okay. Well, thank
Yeah.
you to your wife.
Yeah,
What is going on
she's actually a big fan on Dragon Ball. So she got this a hoodie of Dragon Ball of the orange clothes for Goku. It's a hoodie for women,
Yeah.
and she got a lot of merchandise from the show, and I mean a lot. Her car keys, they have a Dragon Ball that is the 4-star Dragon Ball. That's special for her. I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
It has to be
because
the 4-star Dragon Ball. I think that's the one that Goku had at the beginning, something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, she's a real she's a nerd on anime. I am a nerd on video games, so we complement each other very well, I think.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
So
That's cool, man. I'm so sorry for the host.
In Mexico, do they have anime conventions? And Landonime is Landonime a reference to like Landau or something? Because
I frankly don't know actually.
My name is Landon. It's a terrible name.
It's kind of like this other YouTuber, Peak Asprey. His last name is Asprey. His name is Christian Asprey, and his YouTube channel is Peak Asprey Blue, and he's like a Pokemon YouTuber.
Yeah.
And I follow him because he sounds like a guy who was in my high school, and I miss that guy. So I watch this channel because his voice sounds like my friend's voice. So I'm like, basically, that's basically the reason why I subscribe to him. I don't actually follow Pokemon.
He's basically the reincarnation of your old friend.
Yeah, except he's Canadian, so that's
okay. That's cool.
The name of my channel came about because my name is Landon, and then I was just like, boom, add IME on the end, Landonime. Everyone's like, Landonime, Landonime,
Landonime.
Yeah.
Well, that's the same thing would happen with Pika Spray. People were saying you spelled Pika Spray wrong. They thought it was spray. Like, oh, you spelled spray wrong. That's not how you spell it. And then
well, to be honest, there is a lot of people with cool names, and we actually think they have cool names, not because the names are cool in itself, just because the people carrying them do a lot of cool stuff. For example, Digibro. I find hard to watch a lot of Digibro's content because one, I haven't watched the anime that he reviews yet. I do enjoy those episodes because he really knows his stuff, and and he is actually able to confront many other YouTubers who actually antagonize him
Yeah.
a lot, dude.
That's what you're talking about with me. Like
Yeah,
when Digibro like references Yokohama Kaidashi Kiko, like a show that nobody has seen, that's
yeah.
new. Like he connects with me because he has seen a lot of shit that nobody has, and I've seen so much stuff, and I wasn't in the community that like there is no community for obscure shows like that. So his shit because he'll talk about anime that is so fucking obscure that I've seen, and it kind of connects with me. It's yeah, he's
I do
like,
wonder if Digibro, the character, and the person are the same. I don't think so, but maybe that's a question I have actually about him.
no, dude, Digibro is just himself.
Yeah.
Digibro has always been himself. I was working on a video with his wife, or I guess fiance, May. I've talked to her on Discord a lot, and he's just Digibro, man. Like everything
So
you see is just him being himself. It's actually really great.
so he actually lives the Digibro character himself. It's not actually a character; it's himself.
Yes, I don't see why you would ever think that he was a character.
I don't know,
Because he
dude.
looks like a character.
He looks like a character. He behaves like a character. I
Yeah.
do find
No.
hard to believe that he's actually able to earn a living in this world like that. And that I believe that that's proof that America is a great country, because if someone like him uh, doesn't have to dress up and look for a regular job and do his YouTube channel as a separate thing, you can basically focus on that and make a living. That's awesome. That's actually awesome. I don't
He
think you
does.
can.
He literally does. Like that. I guess I don't know if it's different from where you live, but he does.
And it's also because it's also very difficult for younger people to get jobs in America compared to how it was in the past. That's also a factor.
Well, I don't know about that actually,
Yeah.
because you told me that you were 30 years old or less.
Yeah. So if you're like I'm not sure how it's done, but yeah, it's like something like that.
Mm, well, it depends on what kind of job do you want and how much money do you want to make at the start.
Yeah.
Because most people here in Mexico, a lot of youngsters, 16, 15, even 13 years old,
Hmm.
um, they basically work for free for their parents in their parents' businesses. And if their parents doesn't have businesses, they actually look for jobs at the local Burger King, flipping burgers, serving gas, because here is actually illegal that you serve your own gasoline into your car or motorcycle.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's actually legal here.
That's in America. It's a state by state thing. Some states it's legal, some states it's not.
Now we have a socialist regime here right now. So
Okay.
basically, whatever the president says is done.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's generalized. Even the most recent one was the distribution of gasoline via pipes was forbidden for a time. We
Yeah.
talked about that the last time, I think.
Yeah, and it
Um,
was it was actually cut off because I couldn't hear your audio on that, unfortunately.
yeah, no, doesn't matter. So he basically figured that if people were stealing gasoline from the pipes, so
Uh,
he would just shoot down the pipes.
ooh.
that
Yeah,
that didn't end well for the country.
that doesn't sound like it would end well. No.
No, it was a pretty messed up crisis back there, and
Hmm.
we are still feeling the pain from that. But never mind that. So the thing is, you are not allowed to serve your own gas on your car. So you need to hire someone, and a lot of young people take those jobs. So they are getting paid very little.
Uh-huh.
At that age, it doesn't matter because you are basically living off your parents anyway. So
Oh, okay.
whatever money you can get, you can actually save up a couple of months of pay, get yourself a PS4 Pro,
Okay.
and so that's basically why people work here when they are very young. to buy their own stuff, and they begin by, if you're a man, you're basically going to buy even anime on Blu-ray disc, which I think is a stupid, because you can basically just download that from torrents. So why?
Totally agree. Totally agree.
Yeah, I don't know, why would you like to buy a box set that you are not going to even open because you want to just save it? I don't know why, but never mind that. So that's why people work here when they are very, very, very young. They just want to buy some stuff to entertain themselves, and I think that's great. I think, I don't know, in America, if in America you need to comply with very serious rules for that. I don't know if
The very serious anime rules. That's like if you don't comply, then they're gonna get you. They're gonna get
they're
you
gonna get
like because like you've been consuming anime illegally, and it's like the anime people are not gonna be happy with that. I don't know. I don't think that that's how it works. I think that generally speaking, when it comes to torrenting things in America, it depends a lot more on how much the people who are being torrented from like care. I think that's
well,
how it works.
well, the most torrents come from America actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
most seeders are from there.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, but I mean like the product that's being torrented. Like so anime mostly is coming from Japan, and that's so then the legality, it's like it's harder for them to prosecute outside of their country. Whereas if you try to torrent a Disney movie in America, then they're going to come after you very, very
Yeah,
quickly. So
exactly.
because they have a lot of pull in the US. That's how they get things going over there.
nice. So how good are they enforcing that actually?
I think they're bad at it. What they usually do is they pick one person and they make an example out of them. So they find them like $1 million, and then the person has to go to jail and stuff like that. And then everybody else gets away with it. So
Yeah, nobody cares actually. Yeah.
I'm not quite sure if that's how it's done still. I think that's what they did in like the early 2000s. They may have changed. They may not have.
Yeah, nah, I think that the internet is way too big at this point to stop it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got people like Null who think that they're going to start importing these new like barriers to the different internets and then clamp down on it and all that stuff. But that's his view on what's going to happen on the internet in the future. But I don't know how true that is.
Well, I never got my recommendation for anime, so I hope that I just told you enough to recommend something for me, maybe to step it up a little.
Hmm.
Sure.
Because yeah.
Yeah, you gotta start recommending some more. Recommend like a couple more things, like maybe
Well, he didn't
5.
recommend anything yet, so
No, I never did. I
Y-
still didn't. Out of all that, I never got your taste. Like, what fucking genre do you like?
okay, so I don't have a taste to differentiate the genres yet. So I'm basically watching with my wife, my current wife now, whatever she likes to see with me. Uh, she basically dragged me over to the movies last week to watch Alita Battle Angel, I think it's called. It's a
Oh
Oh, okay.
movie.
God.
Uh,
Yeah, that's Gun M in the 1990s anime.
so that's the thing. The thing is that I didn't know that. I was basically going to watch some action movie that she wanted to watch. I didn't know that the movie was about Battle Angel Lolita, because in Mexico the title was changed in Spanish to Alita La Última Guerrera. That translates into Alita the Last Warrior.
Hmm.
So I didn't. I did watch the original OVA, I think,
Yeah.
a long time ago, when I actually got a lot of time to look for VHS tapes way back in the day. So I did love the OVA, and I was gladly surprised that I actually knew what I was watching there. Um, the big eyes were a problem for me at the time, because nobody else in the movie got the big eyes, just Alita, and I don't remember anyone else. So I don't know
Okay, so
why they went for the anime eyes on her. So
so
yeah,
yours
I
the
don't get
casual
it.
anime fan. Have you seen Boku no Hero?
Yeah, young casual.
Okay, I'm just gonna be as straightforward.
Okay,
have
yeah,
you
just go for it.
have you seen Boku no Hero Academia?
Um, I've been satellite watching it, and when I say that, I mean that I just watch people talking about it and little clips on compilations on YouTube. I
Okay, just
Yeah,
watch
that's
that.
it.
Just watch that.
Okay, I'm going to watch that then.
All right, that's cool. So, Boku no Hero Academia is actually the thing that the Russian hackers try to torrent using your router when they break into your router. So you got to be careful about that.
Well,
It's
I actually probably should not say this, but I actually sharing that right now
oh okay.
on
So
my job on the servers on my work.
okay, so what do you recommend for somebody whose favorite genre is like the main primary setting is a mundane modern day setting, and then you have supernatural stuff in the background.
Oh,
um,
Dragon Maid something.
oh, Kobayashi Sanchi no Maid Dragon is what he's saying.
I've seen
Yeah,
that
that
already.
thing.
That's not.
Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. That's
Yeah,
not the same.
it
That's
just
not the
clicked
same
now.
genre.
I forgot I watched that with my wife too.
It's
On
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
One that I would recommend.
I
A
guess
lot of time.
examples would be like Sola and I guess maybe Karen and Elfenlied are, but the balance is a little bit more towards supernatural on those two.
Don't recommend Elfen
Elfen
Oh,
Lied really old, dude. Is there a new
anime I've
version
ever
now?
seen.
Huh?
I,
What?
I do remember watching the first episode of Elfen Lied where when she escapes, I think,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
fucking terrible.
naked.
Why is
Well,
that terrible?
I actually love it. I didn't know how her powers really work because they
Yeah,
were.
it's kind of like a invisible appendage thingy that she
no,
has.
Yeah, my
no.
wife tried to explain it to me. I didn't really get it. I just watched her using telekinesis, I think,
Yeah.
to read people's off in part. I don't know. She insisted that that's not the case. That there is actually like some tentacles going on,
Yeah,
invisible tentacles.
she has invisible limbs that can move at a fast enough speed that it can cut things.
But you
Okay.
loved, but you loved watching that puppy being murdered in episode 3.
Yeah,
I see.
I totally love it. When I
I,
watched Alita, I was hoping to see that scene on the OVA when this guy, I don't remember the name,
Hmm.
just throws the lashes at the puppy and it's just fucking gross, dude. It's amazing. So I got really disappointed that they actually didn't show that. Uh, Yet I got to see decapitation, limbs going on everywhere. A lot of people getting killed in gruesome ways. So I
Hmm.
guess that balances a little bit. I was a little disappointed that I didn't get to see the puppy getting torn to shreds in front of on the screen. So
Hmm.
I don't know why.
the fuck is wrong with you
What?
guys?
What? So why are you so
Elfen,
opposed to
Elfen,
Elfen Lied?
Elfen Lied is one of the worst anime I've ever seen.
Why is it worse? Why is it one of the
Yeah.
worst that you've seen?
Dude, Edge Lord, fuck off, and the entire plot. The soundtrack is shit, terrible. The characters, I guess, the
Compared
characters
to
is
what?
I don't know.
uh,
So I don't understand why it's upsetting to you that that it's like I mean I don't understand what the lack of what is the lack of quality or what is the main
It's because she's a
complaint?
woman. Is
Is
that
that
it?
you? He doesn't support women in anime, so that's why he hates it.
oh because the main girl is a woman. No, that's not the problem. It was just
Are you a misogynist white male?
I watched it at
Do
a
you
time
care
where
about
it
the
was.
negative effects of illegal immigration on black people?
Holy shit, dude. That's what
No,
I love about America.
that's
Politics.
such a meme.
Yeah.
No, I didn't
Okay.
like I didn't like Elfen Lied. I thought the art, all the animation was uninteresting, and by the time I got to episode 3, I dropped it just because of that puppy scene. I was like, okay, so this is an edgelord anime. This is for people who are 14 who are listening to Linkin Park.
Uh, I think Linkin Park was making
it's not
music
for
around the
me.
time I was 14, so I guess it fits. Um,
Yeah, it actually
you're
fits with
you're
me at
probably
least.
you're probably older than me then.
I
Yeah,
guess.
I
Yeah.
am 37
So do you
actually.
also think that
Yeah.
Evangelion is too edgy as well? It's like too edgy of an anime for it to be good. Like it can't be good because of the level of edginess that it has.
To be honest, okay, yeah, go.
I've actually talked a lot about this. Evangelion, I respect it on a level that is actually like uh, anime history that I respect it, but I've watched it twice. I think I was 14 or 15 when I first watched it, and then I dropped it because I thought it was boring.
Yeah, me too.
And then
Actually,
and then when my taste developed, I rewatched it recently, actually, like quite 2 years ago.
Mm.
I don't think Evangelion is edgy. I think it's actually pretty deep. And then I watched the rebuild films. 1.0 was fucking terrible. 2.0 was okay, and then 3.0 was one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
So when you say
So I do
terrible
like it.
and
I like
okay,
Evangelion.
these adjectives like terrible and okay, like what are the I guess like the contributing factors that lead to this descriptive conclusion?
Mostly the plot. Usually, it's just the plot that
Like
either.
when you are critical of a plot, like for example, is it to you seeming like on a level of ridiculousness of something, say like The Division? Tom Clancy's The Division is a video game that the premise
wait, there is
is
a video game of that?
yeah. So the premise is
Oh, okay.
they're releasing a sequel too, but the premise is
Oh, nice.
The
basically
Division.
yeah, The Division. The premise is The Division is a secret, like I guess, like paramilitary organization that reports to the Department of Homeland Security, and
Oh,
they
okay.
have the best training and the best technology, meaning that they're the most expensive troops that America has. And what they decide to do with this is they have them disguised as civilians and they live their normal civilian life. And then when their area of like of the U.S. When everything falls to shit, like that means all law enforcement and the National Guard have been defeated, then they get activated to step into action, which means that if this were real life, the vast majority of these like super soldiers would never be seeing action ever, and it's a huge waste of money. Like even more than a normal waste of money that the government does. It's like basically just like throwing away money for some military unit that's never going to be used, and doesn't even really serve all that much of a purpose compared to like I don't know.
Well, you may
anything
think
else.
that because you live in peace
Well, I
right
think that
now.
because I live in New York City. So here's the thing:
Yeah.
the first game
The
takes place
second
in.
everything goes to shit, you are going to want them now.
Okay, no, not really, because here I live in New York City, so that would mean that they don't get activated. Like that means 9/11 happens, they're not activated because you still have
Yeah.
the NYPD, you still have the New York State Police Department, you still have the Coast Guard, you still have the National Guard, you still have the Port Authority Police Department, you still have private security guards. You have like so many levels of law enforcement and military that have to basically be wiped out or like no longer operational before the division gets activated, which means like you're talking about like a scale of like emergency that's exceedingly rare, and the probability of it occurring would not justify the level of money that would be spent on training and supplying these soldiers, because if you are going to spend the money on the training and the weaponry and the technology, you're better off giving that to law enforcement and the National Guard to prevent it from getting that bad in the first place, versus giving it to these like secret super soldiers that disguise themselves as civilians and spend their entire career not using any of their stuff or not even like defending the parts where they're supposed to be defending until it's already been like pretty much messed up. So
But
I don't. It just seems
that's actually something addressed on the book.
in the book, The Division.
Yeah, because they explain there. Tom Clancy explained it very well actually.
Okay.
Uh, because all those the police, the regular army, they are in active duty right now.
Okay.
So the idea is to have fresh troops when everything is suspended. When everyone else is just done, is over, is wiped out, they are supposed to be the best of the best, the last line of defense. They cannot be expended on regular missions. Their only purpose is like a last resource for the government. Because after them, there is nothing else. That was basically the explanation for their existence.
Okay.
So
So the only time you should use these super soldiers is after you've sustained a massive loss of life and property and
yes,
like possibly territory as well. And like,
yes,
that's the only time to use this. Like
they are not here to really protect the people that actually live. They are here to protect the government and allow them to rebuild the society.
that's what the rest of the National Guard / military is for. You don't need to have civilians like first like they have like the whole idea was just a little bit ridiculous because it's like okay, the, they
Yeah, but
can't be
the National
activated.
Guard lives on the light. They
A-
can be targeted.
And then you
The enemy
also
knows of their existence. The enemy is going to look for them and end them before they can actually do something.
Guys, this shit is so fucking boring. I don't even know why you're talking about it.
well, I'm saying is this the
I'm
level of plot
sorry, it's
that
so fucking
the
boring.
Evangelion movies have that it's that's what makes it bad because it's just a lot of
I thought you were going to include that in your
What?
current response, and then you started
Jorge
talking
thinks
about
that this is a
politics,
good.
and I got super fucking bored. I
Let's
almost
get
forgot
back
what you said.
quickly to Evangelion. When I watched it with
Fucking boring.
with my girlfriend back in the day, there was this scene that lasted around 10 minutes, I swear,
Okay.
where Asuka, I think it's called, and the Shinji. Is that
Okay.
right?
Those are the
They were,
characters.
Oscar
yeah,
Langley Soryu.
they were waiting for, I think, a bus. And there is that's basically a wallpaper of them both waiting for that. And,
Okay.
and I was just waiting for something to happen there. And I swear to God, there were like 10 minutes of doing nothing but background noises, uh, um, and some lady talking on a speakerphone.
Okay.
There was no movement, and that scene lasted a long time.
I think
And
that's a good way to save money on animation because that way you don't have to pay the animators as much because there's less going on.
yeah, maybe now that you actually mention it, that was the case probably because
Well, it was because Studio Gainax had a lot of trouble with their budget with Evangelion. Did you guys not notice the scene with what was his name, Kaiji and fucking Misato, where they had the cigarette and the fucking jar and the fucking beer?
yeah, I do remember
Just
actually.
in the background, it was just them fucking. They had no fucking budget left, and that happened also in Abinabashi Shopping Arcade, and also in the last 8 episodes of Koreshi Kanajo no Jijo. Like they had a lot of trouble at that time. I guess.
Okay, so this was during the recession era. During the recession era, that's why they were experiencing all these problems.
Well, I would assume. Well, other studios, I don't know, but Studio Gainax definitely was. They not only that, but the last 2 episodes of Evangelion were just totally refurbished LSD trips of nonsense because they had no fucking budget left.
Well, yeah. So then they had like a bunch of weird things going on, and then like supposedly it's like some kind of like internal, like brain thing or something like that. I mean, you never know. Like maybe when you die, that's what you see. Like who knows?
I mean, I don't want to say that.
Okay, I'm not gonna.
The last 2 episodes don't lose any value because they ran out of budget. Because they made End of Evangelion, which made up for it the next year in 1997.
So that wasn't just a cop out for people who were
good.
mad at the last 2 episodes.
Say again.
That wasn't just a cop out for the people who were mad about the last 2 episodes. That was like an actual legit legit thing?
No, I think that was the legit ending. Yes, like
Okay,
what they could have done.
Because if you look at some other, I don't remember who that person was, but there was another pretentious anime blogger who probably would also like shit on you for liking anything, and basically he was saying that the original 2 episodes at the end were the intentional episodes, and the film was made to appease, I guess the plebeians who couldn't handle it.
Yes, I've seen that side. I don't really believe it, but they all exist, so I think it's actually kind of interesting. I think since all of them exist, it's out there for people to watch.
You know what I really
I'm
like?
still on the side that even the end of Evangelion, Hideaki Anno finally got enough money for his studio to actually finishing the show. I think that was the actual end of the show.
Interesting. So he ended the show IRL the way he wanted to do it, like for real.
Well, in the original Evangelion, I don't think he did, but
so what do you think about Angelic Days, the spin-off manga that they made that's based on like the last episode where they have like that alternate reality?
Angelic Days?
I feel that they ruined it when they started putting the angels in again, and they have to get into the mechs and fight them, which kind of defeats the purpose of it. I think that was around volume 3, like because it's the alternate universe, right? So I'm like, oh, okay, it's like an alternate storytelling. It's kind of interesting, but because this was one of the earliest animes I had seen, so basically I was not even aware of the existence of anime that existed where there's like no fighting and stuff. So I'm like, okay, this is like the first. Well, it was a manga, but it's the first thing I've seen where there's no fighting. There's like it's just people like just doing shit, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird, but I guess I'll read it. And then what ended up happening was they introduce the angels, and then they have to get into the mechs again, and they have to fight the angels in the mech. And I'm like, what is the point of even bothering with an alternate version if they're doing the same thing?
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that because to backtrack, kind of like how I was saying, how I hate basically every rebuild film that they've made.
Is that what they did in the rebuilds? Like,
no, they in the first rebuild, Ava 1.0, they basically they. Ooh shit. Sorry.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, my liquor.
Are you drinking right now?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we have some rules on this stream that you have to obey. You know, we have rules. You know what they are?
No.
Okay, well, if you're gonna fap, you have to mute your mic. Right? That's the rule. If you're gonna jack off, you gotta mute your mic. All right?
Okay.
That's the rule, and if you break it, then there's gonna be consequences. All right? There's gonna be severe consequences. Like I can't do the accent from Resident Evil 4, but yeah. Jorge, have you ever seen? No. Has anyone ever been like? I don't know if like because it took place in Spain, but like there are a lot of the people are speaking Spanish, and I think they speak Spanish in Mexico, right? So
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So was anyone offended that like in Resident Evil 4, like the people that you're killing are like there are these like people speaking in Spanish, and the whole game is like killing a bunch of Spanish speaking people?
No, because
like nobody cares.
No. In Mexico, I don't think anyone got offended because in our history, the Spanish came here to conquer.
Oh, so like so it's okay.
We became slaves, so it's okay to shoot the oppressors, kind of thing.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. Okay.
No, it's not. No one cares. Okay. Anyways, what I was saying.
No one cares, actually. Yeah.
What I was saying was, 0.0 was just the original Evangelion anime.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't. No.
The rebuild 2.0 was like a more action-packed version of the actual Evangelion anime, which was the only one that I kind of liked.
The rebuilds are not. I thought like the rebuilds were like the first rebuild was like the first couple of episodes, and then rebuild 2 was like the next batch of episodes. Like they actually just redid the whole series over and over again. They didn't like split it up into. Right. Oh really? Well, that's because I didn't watch them. I didn't watch the rebuilds, so I don't know what they are about.
So they did. It's not exactly the next 6 episodes per se, but they continued the story and made it more like they made it more Gynax. They made it more action packed, and it was less drama focused. And then 3.0 was this fucking weird, like, we just want to make Shinji Ikari become this. God, I hate that film so fucking much. They they made Shinji Ikari just like it's set in the future, and there's a time skip, and they made him like shit on for what happened in the original Evangelion.
Okay.
And it's fucking terrible. It's really bad. So the only rebuild film I like was 2.0.
How do you feel about the trend of survival games? It's kind of like something that like just preceded this whole battle royale trend in video games, but it was like a trend about like survival games is like really a big thing for some reason. How do you feel about that trend?
I don't play those video games.
No,
so
not in video games, but like in just media in general.
What do you mean?
Oh, okay. Okay. So, like for example, I think the earliest example I can remember is Battle Royale, that film, and then they had, of course, like Battle Royale 2, and then
Never watched it.
Okay,
Never.
well, yeah. So Battle Royale 1 and 2, which okay, the original novel is basically about is about like an alternate Cold War era where Japan is allied with China instead of like the U.S. and the Western countries. So basically, they're a totalitarian regime, and that's the main reason of like for the novel. But in the movie, they're just like, okay, these kids kill each other because they said so, and then that's the movie. So
Sounds terrible.
That's the first one they have, and then like you have like a lot of animes where it's basically themed around it. Like I think Mirai Nikki was one where like everybody has like a diary that can predict the future, and they have to kill each other.
I saw that.
They have to kill each other, and the last one who's alive gets to become God. And then they have another one which is Batum, which is like these people are put on an island and they have to kill each other, or they don't. They only have to kill. Well, they technically just have to get like 7 chips in order to escape. But the chips
they had
are on.
to destroy the diaries, I think.
Yeah, you could do that too.
Or kill the user, something like that.
You could kill the user or destroy their diary.
You guys seen Juni Tyson?
Which one?
Juni Tyson, the Zodiac War.
So
that's the best one. I have no answer to that. If you want to talk about battle royal anime.
Oh, okay. So that's the one that's good. Okay, cool. Because I'm not really too sure about like what is good and versus what is bad. So it's all good.
I don't mean to shit on your question, but it's like this. I've seen hundreds of every genre you asked me about, so it's just like what.
Okay, so in terms of like, so then
on Mirai Nikki, it's fucking terrible. Like it's just my opinion. It's my opinion.
Nothing likes you, dude. You don't like anything, dude.
Well, I mean, it's a little bit.
No,
it's not exactly the same as that like the S3RL new fag anime song where it's about like the casuals and whatnot. It's not quite the same as that, right, Nick?
No, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody who likes Mirai Nikki or shows like that or likes the soundtrack. I'm just saying, like, I've seen so many fucking shows like that I'm kind of jaded towards shows that come in the same vein. I love, Juni Tyson, sure, and it's a 7 out of 10 for me. It's not in my top 10 favorites because my top 10 favorites range for shows that like I probably haven't put on this persona, but like my top 10 is shows that with me, like shows that I hold close to my heart, and Mirai Nikki is not up there. Even in that genre, out of the fucking 40 anime I've seen just like it.
Interesting.
Well, the thing with Mirai Nikki, for me, I did watch it with my wife again because she's the one that drags me to watch those things. I was actually unable to keep up with the story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everything was really confusing because in that anime in particular, something was happening.
Because the writing was fucking terrible.
I didn't.
I'll answer it.
I got
the writing
lost.
is fucking terrible, and it's slowly paced, where it does not need to be, and the fucking like garbage, and the plot is fucking terrible. Sorry, Jorge, you.
Yeah, don't worry.
Okay.
The thing is that maybe that's a problem on my part because I wasn't paying that much attention. You get distracted a little bit. A lot of things happen on the same scene, and I just cannot keep up track of why this girl is kissing the main character in front of his girlfriend, and then a hand come, she picks up the axe and cut off her arm. I I, uh, I don't know. It's getting very complicated in the end,
Mm-hmm.
especially when is revealed that I believe that she came from a previous game, so she's the one survivor from the previous game, and then she kinda of restarted the game again. So this is the second round, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's
And
kind of what happens. I think that's yeah.
yeah, and I don't know why all of a sudden a lot of black holes appear on the city, and then this guy, the main character, begins killing his
I
own
think it was like
friends.
he was running out of power. The guy who was sustaining the universe. I think that was
Yeah.
kind of what it was.
Ah, okay, okay. Well, the thing is that then he becomes a god, I think, and
Mhm.
he just recreated the universe again in the end.
Yeah. Okay.
Yet their lives, he doesn't resurrect anyone. He recreates the universe again, I think, and the people is not the people that died. They are they had the same name and the same appearance and everything. But this is another universe, something like Rick and Morty,
It's
something
like the
similar to
sequel
that.
universe, like the universe part two, where like they get like the second part. It's like the rebuilds of Mirai Nikki basically, like the
Yeah,
Evangelion rebuild, but it's Mirai Nikki.
yeah. The thing is that the pacing is very wrong. I didn't get it at the first time, so my wife needed to explain to me what actually happened on the episode,
Okay, that's cool.
so I could keep up because I wasn't really putting attention, and this was like the fifth time that she was actually watching it. So yeah, actually I
Interesting.
did begin watching Digibro because of her.
Oh, interesting.
Because yeah,
I know that
I
one of the anime that Digibro really likes a lot, that I personally disliked, was Goblin Slayer, because I had watched like the first couple of episodes of it, and I didn't really care that much. I mean, for me, it's not so much like an anime is not really about how important it is to me, or rather, the importance of an anime for me is largely dependent on how much fun I'm having while watching it.
uh,
So
yeah, exactly.
when it comes to watching Goblin Slayer, I kind of just didn't give a shit. Like I'm like, all right, it's a dude. He's a guy. He does stuff. I'm like, I guess the concept is funny. Like he's like, oh, he's got like this weird obsession with goblins. I'm like, all right, that's interesting. But the thing is, like, what Digibro had said about it was that it was um very interesting, and then like the character itself was basically a deep character. But here's the thing: like I had when I was in high school and middle school, I had to take this class called English, and in that class, I had to read a lot of literature that was good literature, but it was assigned to us to be read in the most boring way, and thus I really didn't give a shit. And yeah, that's basically what it comes down to.
Okay. Well, as long as the anime is entertaining, I think that's just fine with me. The
If
problem,
Ernest Hemingway wrote an anime, that would be my least favorite anime. I'll just
no,
say that much.
you're going to suicide at the end. No.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I am afraid that if I leave my casual watching of anime, I going to come into contact with the development of a taste in anime. When I
Okay.
reach that point, then these casual anime are not going to be enough to satisfy me, and I'm going to be looking for something else. And the amount I am afraid that the amount of time that I'm going to be investing just doing research to find anime that is actually interesting to watch is going to be so large that it's going to take a I don't know, it's going to take a lot of time from me.
Why is Garrison Infantry not shooting? Okay, so I'm waiting for Taze to join in. I think he just jumped in. He knows more about this anime
Yo.
stuff. Hey, how's it going? So yeah, we have Land Dyname, who's the guy who knows about anime, and we have Jorge,
Hello.
who's basically like us, like or basically like me at least, like a very casual anime person. And
All right.
yeah. So now you can come in and you can tell a very rudimentary description to Land Dyname, and then he can give
Let
you
me
a recommendation.
let's just let me know your taste. Just everybody, give me your top 5.
Okay, so my
Sure.
wait, genre or like actual like series?
Your personal favorite top 5 series.
I don't even know.
Okay,
Top 5.
I'm going to begin. Okay, my top 5 is first place. Naruto, when the old man dies at the beginning. On the
No,
first
dude,
season.
don't describe
Second.
it.
Second,
It's
One
been like
Punch Man.
In descending order.
Oh, that's number 1 actually.
in descending
Okay.
order as a YouTube video counting down from 5.
I could
And-
never make a
Aw.
video like that because I
Giving us
can't
a
rank
suspense.
It
it.
doesn't matter.
really.
It doesn't matter. Okay, let's go.
Okay, fine.
One Punch Man. The last episode on the last fight. That was the best. What else? Dragon Ball. The fight with Freezer. What else? The one anime I think is called Reinhardt, where they have these big mechas.
Braveheart.
And they
Reinhardt.
Reinhardt,
Okay.
something
Reinhardt.
like that.
I know about that. Yeah. I
yeah.
know about that.
And the last one is going to be, I think, the Dragon Maid one. Yeah, with the
Dragon Maid.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's it.
That's a respectable list. I dig it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So what's your recommendation though? What's the breakdown?
Wait. Were we all gonna go down like and?
No, we're
give us
gonna go one by
five?
one.
Is that
We're
what-
gonna doing Jorge first. What is your recommendation? It's like a horoscope. This is kind of like a horoscope, but for people who are into anime.
Yeah, it's
Besides
like
Hero
how basically
Academia,
this
because you
comes
already.
together.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say that besides Hero Academia, because I already got that.
Mm-hmm. So what is it? We're gonna do our top 5, and then we're gonna recommend one. Is that what it
yeah.
is?
We'll each take turns, and then everybody will dogpile and recommend things for that one person, and
Exactly.
then that's how we're gonna do it.
recommend things for that one person who just listed it.
Yeah.
Sure.
So for Jorge, what I would recommend is I've never seen actually.
Bro,
I'm
all
not
the
su-
mecha. You like mecha, man? You're missing like. Have you seen? Tell me you've seen Gundam.
Gundam Seed only one
watch
episode.
Gundam
Okay.
Wing because I don't know personally, but I
See,
heard
there
from
it is.
Taze
No,
that it's the best
fucking
one.
Terrible.
So
It
Like-
is objectively the best one. I'm gonna have to confess that
Jesus
I
Christ.
also started from Gundam Seed.
Okay.
I started with Gundam Seed, and then I went back to Gundam Wing. It is, and I say
Gundam Wing.
objectively, it's because the entire fan base of Gundam have agreed and decided that the hive mind likes Gundam Wing over pretty much everything.
Hero
Aside,
Academia.
No.
Okay.
the only
You're not
exception being
you're
the
not an
Gundam.
original Gundam fan, obviously.
I
Right,
just typed
I
it
was
in,
just
huh?
gonna say you beat
I
me
gone
to
to
it.
Gundam
watch it.
Seed is fucking terrible.
Oh no, yeah, that's exactly what I said. I started with it, but
That's fine. That's
the
fine.
entire internet agrees that Gundam Wing is the best, aside from the exception being the original Gundam fans. And I have in my possession the very first episode of the very first Gundam, in CD
That's dumb.
format.
You could just
Yeah.
watch it. You could just watch it illegally. That's dumb as shit.
No, man, it's supporting the
Yeah, it's supporting the
makers of
anime.
it.
It's supporting the anime industry. Trust me, I do that a lot. But when you watch a lot of fucking anime like I do, when Crunchyroll, Verve, Netflix, and Amazon Strike don't have enough anime,
well, I
Well, would
mean,
you agree that most people don't watch anime like you do?
would you
Listen,
agree that
listen, there's
that
alright,
that Gainax
just-
had a very lackluster funding of its series Evangelion, and that affected the last 2 episodes. And if they had more money, they might have done a better job in the first place.
But that was like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a classic though. Neon Genesis Evangelion is like a lot of people would say like there hasn't been one to top it.
It's one of the best anime of all time, but it's not my favorite. But I agree with you. Like it is one of the best anime of all time. Sure, it's not one. It's not my taste. Like it's not my top 30, but you know, it's important. Evangelion is very important when it comes to anime history. But sorry, my friend, you can keep going.
No, that's all I was gonna say, and also want to say that I've pirated so much anime at this point that I'm very happy with just giving them my money for 1 or 2 episodes of a classic season of an anime that I like.
And I would just like to say for the record that when Tay says that he pirated a lot of anime, he means that he bought a lot of imported DVDs and Blu-rays of this anime. And had it declared at customs.
For 6 episodes and $300 yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's what he did. He spent like thousands of dollars on this anime. But the slang term that these kids these days use is piracy. So I just want to clear the air there.
I spent that money on my internet connection. Does that count?
Well,
I'll count it.
You're outside of the jurisdiction that Business Boys operates on, so it's okay. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and before the NSA is listening, by pirating, I mean that I watch anime with a pirate hat and a fake parrot on my shoulder, and I say "yard" really loudly. That's what I meant by pirating.
Yeah, and I also ride in a boat while I watch this too.
Landonime, you recommended me Hero Academia. Do you want to recommend me something else?
I would recommend I would recommend if you like mech.
Well, no, he was asking Lando.
Okay, well, yeah, Landau, you recommend.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
Can we call you Lando?
Wait, do you prefer Landome or do you prefer Buttholeweeb? Because that was your other alias.
I want to call him Landome.
Buttholeweeb is fine.
Or BH? Can we call you BH for short?
My name is Landon. You guys can just call me Landon. But Buttholeweeb is a lot funnier. If I recommend you other than My Hero Academia, I would recommend Yu Yu Hakusho because it's very.
How do you write that? How do you type that?
It's YU. Let me spit it in the chat actually.
Throw it up. Throw them in the chat. Throw them in the chat. That's a respectable one. That's a classic. Yeah. It's an oldie but a goodie.
It's a shonen that I think it's very long, so I think you could enjoy it on the level where you don't have to watch other series.
Is it like Naruto, where it's like super long?
No, it's way shorter than Naruto.
Okay.
There's several movies and specials for it and OVAs, but I mean, you can watch the entire series. Yu Yu Hakusho's a recommendable one. Other than Boku no Hero Academia, I think you would like that one as a casual anime fan.
Okay. I have to confess that even though Naruto is considered one of my favorite animes, I only watched the first season, I think, where the Tear Okahi dies, and that's it. I didn't watch anything else.
Okay, well, I mean, give up on that and watch Yu Yu Hakusho because it's way better.
Okay, I'm gonna try that actually.
See, that's what everyone has told me. Until this day, I've never watched one episode of Yu Yu Hakusho. Like, I respect it. I know of its existence.
Haven't watched it?
No, I have not, sir.
Oh shit!
Never got to it. I'm like confessing my lack of anime right now, but in all honesty, that is one of the things that I've kind of really like never got into because of the art of it. But that's a whole different discussion. But anyway, sorry.
Well, no, you're good. I wanted to ask, what was to the host, what was your top 5 favorite anime? I think was the original topic.
Yeah, I think Escobar said that it was Naruto and like also Dragon Ball Z and what were the other 3?
No, my top 10. Dragon Ball, 5. Naruto, the Dragon Maid something.
Yeah.
Kobayashi Sanshino Dragon. Miss Kobayashi.
Yeah, that one. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we're doing like a round robin kind of like.
No. We're doing one at a time so that we can get a high quality. All right.
I don't remember the other one. No, Reinhardt, the mecha one. Yeah, with the triggers.
Yeah, that was it. There we go. We can even put it in the chat for the audience reference.
In what channel is written the name of the anime? because I'm kind of lost on Discord right now.
I'm looking at general right now.
General,
yeah,
okay.
we've been corresponding on the general channel, so.
Wait, am I offline? Hold on a second.
I think you're good. I don't know.
No. I'm using the stream. The stream is.
Oh, okay.
The stream
While
is
you tinker with that,
a little bit. Got a message saying.
Sure. Let us know when it's fixed then. I mean, while you tinker with that.
Okay, now it's saying live. A little. Okay, now it's saying live. Okay, so.
Oh, all right, we're good. So let me ask you, Lando. I kind of missed introductions. Yeah, can I just know your power level real quick? Like, what is your favorite anime? How do you get into anime? What do you like about it?
My favorite anime of all time is Go Sick. I got into anime about 13 years ago. I've seen almost 700. My introduction to anime was Metal Fighter Miku. My dad bought me a VHS. My dad got me a VHS tape when I was 7 years old, and he knew that I was super into wrestling. And it was like a girl's take on like a mecha, not really mecha, more so like a super robot wrestling anime, and it just Pokemon, Idotten Jump, Afro Samurai, Mobile Suit Gundam, the original, Double AD War in the Pocket, and Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam were the first animes oh, sorry, I'm drunk. That I watched. So
you definitely have a high power level because I didn't know like half of that list of anime. Like these are pretty I would say kind of hard to find. Would you agree? Like they're not the popular.
They are. You have to find them illegally. They are not licensed anywhere. Maybe Gundam is, but most of the shows that I described, you got
sure.
You got to watch illegally. Idotten Jump, and also Metal Fighter Miku. I made like a fucking 20,000 word blog on it after I rewatched it last year. You have to look it up illegally, otherwise you can't watch it.
Okay, so it sounds like that's something you would highly recommend. Metal Fighter Miku.
When it comes to myanimelist.net, no, but for me, yes, because I have some nostalgic, value.
Why would you not recommend it to myanimelist.net?
What?
Why would you not recommend it to my anime list? What is the issue with that?
No, he didn't say that.
My anime list rates it very low because like 2,000 people have seen it, and that's it. And they're just like, it's pretty garbage.
Okay.
It was my first anime, so it's
right. It's got a special place in your heart
to me, but
right. Well, and also, I mean, my anime list is pretty much like at least an attempt of being an IMDb of anime.
Oh yeah, I have an account there. Yeah, I rate every anime I watch there.
Wait, is it back up? Because I remember when I was listening to the episode about like what would you do if you were in prison, and Dewey Donovan, who we had like many episodes ago, said that he would start the prison anime club, and that's how he would stay alive by like just his vast knowledge of anime, because he would just do that. And then they were saying like, oh, like, but like there's my anime list that exists, but then they said like, oh wait, no, it's down. So is it back up? Because I know that the APIs still don't work, but
oh, it's been up.
It's up. Go ahead.
No, sorry, I was gonna say it's up, but it's they went through a lot of updates late last year. It's fully functional now. I don't know what time you guys were looking at it, but it's fully functional now. My account's still up. I update my anime list.
Oh, okay. I mean, I just use like a notepad. Actually, I used Notepad, and then I switched to Simple Note because I can sync across your devices, and that's how I keep track of what episode I'm on. And
I don't fucking keep track of anything I watch. I just watch it and binge it until I'm done, and feel like a disgusting man who ate cakes.
Interesting.
But yeah, I was gonna say my anime list is up, like how Crunchyroll servers are up.
What does that mean?
Crunchyroll servers are pretty shoddy, at least lately.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me taking a jab at Crunchyroll. Sorry if you guys love Crunchyroll.
I'm not too fond of Crunchyroll because they banned cosplay of Yujo Senki at their convention in New York.
Oh shit!
They banned that, but if you want to cosplay as a communist soldier, that's perfectly fine. So I feel that their stance is a little bit inconsistent, which I thought was a little bit bad. But you know, that's them. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Lando, can you throw that anime you recommend up on our general channel just so I have it? I'll probably look into it.
Or say again.
The anime that you recommend, the Mega Girls. I don't recognize it, so if you could put it on the general channel.
Miku. Sure, yeah, I got you. Sorry, I'm
sweet. No, that's just
off
for
my laptop.
Gotcha. That's cool, man. Yeah.
Are you in the chat?
Yeah, he's in the chat.
I am. Yep.
You can't be in voice if you're not in chat. It's like a thing on Discord where it's kind of bundled together in the way that this server set up.
Do you want the dub or sub?
Are you linking to the episode itself?
No, just the entire show. There is a dub. That is fucking terrible. But
what Raws would you recommend for him?
Give me the
Metal Fighter sub for Metal Fighter Miku. Really none. I would just link him an illegal website.
An illegal website? Okay. You could stream it through Rabbit. It's a virtual machine, and also other people can watch too, and you don't have to worry about anything infecting your computer if you do that. Jorge, are you familiar with the website Rabbit? It's rabb.it. I'll put it in the chat.
No, I cannot say that I am.
That website is a website where you can watch streaming videos, and it does it in a virtual machine. So if you're going to go to a sketchy website that probably has like a crypto miner or virus on it, you can go on that website using this website first, and you don't have to worry about your computer getting infected.
Actually, hey buddy, do you use Nya and NYAA?
Yeah, Nya has gone through several iterations, but I use something. I think I have both, like the cat and the pantsu version. So
yeah, I can link you the sub.
Okay, so that's
sweet.
Yeah, so that's.
Oh yeah, so for anyone who's not familiar with Rabbit, I think if I could add on to your description a little bit more, T-Prince.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, it's a virtual machine, but if we all want to watch something simultaneously right now, we can. Just one of us would have to start a room on Rabbit, and then give us the link to that rooms, and then we could watch like anything on Netflix or usually it's anime or Netflix, and everyone in the same room would be watching it together from the same window.
Okay.
Is what Rabbit is, yeah. So and, there goes our free endorsement on Rabbit. Rabbit, if you're hearing this, please sponsor us because we need money.
Yeah, please sponsor us because we've been trying like to sell out like 50 million times, and we are on the verge of successfully selling out. But we want you to be the one that benefits from our sellout.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a business plan.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw that free endorsement out there. This one's free. Next one, we're gonna talk money, man.
Yeah, next one. Yeah, okay, Rabbit, you better give us money. Otherwise, next episode we're gonna say that you suck, and then everybody should just cancel their account with you guys, and then no one should get premium.
Oh shit! I don't. T-Prince, I don't know if threats and flaming is within terms of whatever terms and conditions, bro.
Okay, terms of service.
I don't know. We could get sued for that, but okay,
Rabbit,
I'm down.
Give us money and we'll give you good reviews. We'll give you better reviews than we just gave you right now.
There we go.
We'll give you such good reviews that you'll probably get like 2 new subscribers or something. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. See, there we go. You gotta stay on the positive side, you know.
Well, I had to say that I'm really bad playing video games and talking at the same time.
Yeah,
I think that watching something and trying to listen to people is going to be really hard for me.
Oh,
So-
are you guys? Is that what you guys are doing?
Yeah, I'm playing Total War, and I had to restart the campaign 3 times because I kept on messing up.
Well, actually, I was playing Overwatch because it's a really good game.
It's
that-
the shit, bro. It's like lately it's been the shit.
Nothing that I like. So we don't have the same taste for what I can see.
Oh no, I'm saying no. I mean that in a good way. Like it's the shit right now. Like it's
Well,
like, so popular
yeah, it's true.
that yeah, it's
That's it.
there's like
Yeah.
dude, I'm into esports, bro. I have like a T-shirt with like a Overwatch esports team. No, it's not. I mean, it could be shit, depending on who you ask, but it's very popular right now. Is what I'm saying.
I really like it because I can pick up Mercy, and I don't have to aim very well. So I don't really have to aim with that. And the other one I choose when I need to do damage is the little dwarf. When they ask me to tank, I choose the one with the big hammer. They
So
have
for
very
all of you-
complicated. Yeah, he has a dual wheel hammer, and he put us a shield. It's a German one.
So
I
for
don't
all
know.
the Team Fortress fans, what Jorge is
I'm basically
referring
something
to,
that doesn't
the
require
engineer.
me to play 500 hours to master. Something like
Yeah.
that is really good for me.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, for sure. It's like a
Yeah.
great anyone can pick it up and play it.
Yeah, and don't mess up the team because if I try to pick up someone like Widowmaker, she's really hot, and I really
Yeah.
like it because she's really hot. Yet
Yeah.
she's a sniper. If I'm not really good aiming, I'm going to mess up the team. So
Yeah, sometimes I would pick her like not even to play the game, just to stare at her ass from
yeah,
the back.
I do that, dude.
Okay. You have no idea how bad it is for me to say this. I'm sitting at a Starbucks right now in
Yeah.
in New Jersey, and because I have to charge my phone, so I'm kind of just doing this. I'm literally mobile, and a bunch of people just hear me saying I'm gonna stare at a cartoon character's ass. So there it is.
How do you feel about this Landanime? Buttholeweeb?
I'm indifferent.
What anime are we referring to?
I think that he's not into games. He's more into just anime only, right? Like straight up anime.
Yeah, I only play like WWE 2K19 and like Call of Duty. That's
How
all
do
I
you feel
play.
about video games with anime style art or like stuff like that?
Like JRPGs.
Yeah, either JRPGs or Eliminator Kaede or Freedom Wars, something like that. Like
I think they're fucking boring.
Okay.
The last one I played was and I didn't like the anime of this, but I played Sword Art Online Fail Bullet, and it was
okay.
broken as shit.
Everybody hates Kirito for some reason.
Oh, and Sword Art Online, well, for
My
good
bad.
reason.
Why do they hate
that was-
Kirito?
I'm gonna step out of this Starbucks in about 3 minutes.
Okay.
So you may or may not see me disconnect. Just letting you know.
All right, that's fine.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
you were gonna give us an assessment of Kirito's like
Why
lack
people
of
hate him?
mortal character. Yeah, like why is he a bad guy? Like
He's a badass, isn't he?
I think maybe like I mean for me I personally don't like the whole idea of like the broken main character where he's just like too good at everything sort of. It's like a little bit like a Mary Sue character. But on the other hand, I don't like it with the main character as a pussy either. So I don't know. It's
In this
kinda...
case, he's both.
How is he a pussy though? He's not really done anything that's like pussy-ish though. He's just
Okay, that's fair. I can't say this.
he's just poorly written. That's
Okay.
Right.
That's it.
Well,
That's it.
Well,
Okay,
how would
I
you
haven't-
fix it?
No, I
Again?
haven't seen him. I haven't seen enough myself for me to substantiate my statement. I've seen reviews on, like I've seen like 3 episodes and a review on Sword Art where initially when he's a weak like a noob, he'd try to run away or like leave his party member in danger,
What?
especially the girl.
he never. I don't think he ever did that.
No,
No?
that's not Sword Art Online, buddy.
I must be hallucinating.
Elaborate. Explain, please.
You're probably...
Go ahead. You explain. You guys explain. I'm not...
I've read the novels.
This sounds like a rip-off of what I was going to do, where I was going to have an anime review channel where I just incorrectly review the anime. And, like, I just
That's
talk
exactly
about...
what I was going...
No, Kirito, he is easily 70... was it level 70 by episode 3? Like, he's 30 levels above every anime character in the entire franchise.
Okay.
And then he is the most powerful character. Reki Kawahara does not know how to write. His fucking writing style is introduce as much possible and then have Kirito be surrounded by it. So Kirito is always the most powerful character. When they try to... Why do I hear body slams in the background?
Taze is... Okay, so here's a little background on Taze. Taze has a bad habit of getting into altercations with law enforcement when he's not playing basketball. So that's why you hear a lot of noise in the background whenever he's on the stream.
That sounds like an American problem.
That was fucking obnoxious.
Let me ask you something. What would you say about Saitama, and how would you compare Saitama from One Punch Man to Kirito?
I would compare Saitama to...
because he's overpowered too.
He is, but it's actually funny. Like, it makes sense. Like, for the plot of that kind of show, he fits in.
I think that it's because Kirito is taken too seriously in the show. Like, is that what it is?
Yes. Like, Saitama is in the plot of the show, and in this setting, Saitama from One Punch Man actually makes sense when it goes into him losing his hair, and he actually goes on and is bored from fighting other villains. Okay. Kirito is in the universe, especially in SAO2, when they get to the Excalibur arc. Like, he's the guy who... I don't think I got that
far. I don't know. I don't know what Excalibur arc is.
That far too.
Oh, well, there goes the conversation. Watch more anime then.
Wait, so you're watching this anime even if you don't like it? Like, is that your dedication level? That, like, it's like you're so dedicated, even if it's something you're not enjoying it, and you're just going to continue watching it for the dedication?
But the thing is...
No.
Oh.
Okay, go.
No, you can go ahead. Sorry.
No, what I really want to know, abusing that you are actually here listening, is what would you do or write about the character to basically make him... what would you change from him? What would you write for Kirito to change him?
For Kazuto Kagaya?
How would you fix it? How would you fix it? Or the entire show, even?
The progressive novels basically already did that, but what I would change is that Howard, I think you should change the level of, I guess, overpowered battles he has, lower him down a little bit, keep his relationship with Asuna personal, and then change the entire plot of the show. Like, the harem part is fine, but Kirito needs to have an actual, like, motivation.
Oh, okay.
He's so overpowered that his motivation needs to be stronger. Because the point of Sword Art Online Season 1 is that he is an outcast, and he is kind of, you know... The escapism for him is that world, the virtual online world, is his escapism. Have that play into his character, and then build on why he actually needs to level up. Have that build on all of his... Why am I hearing people sneezing?
That wasn't me. I didn't sneeze.
I don't think I'm sneezing.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I heard someone's fucking sniffing. Sorry. Kirito needs to have an actual character arc where he builds up the reason that, yes, lack of social skills in the real world and the real version in the VR MMO world is...
So you're implying that he's not actually growing?
He never grew. He was always the ultimate.
Okay. Yeah, I can actually relate to that. I didn't watch the second season.
Don't fucking tell me that Kirito wasn't always the ultimate. Like, the way to rebuild Kirito is to have him as a 14-year-old guy before they entered Aincrad, is to develop the entire story, and then the plot comes along and he actually realizes that, hey, I love this world, and builds.
Okay.
You know, he needs to be built further as a kid as his age in this world and not be so overpowered. There needs to be a plot that wraps around it, and the progressive novels actually do that.
Oh, nice. I didn't read them. Well, because for what I can tell from the first season, Asuna basically just loves him. I don't see an evolution of the relationship too. She just is devoted to him almost right from the start. I mean,
Well, there is none, because the original partner for Kirito was supposed to be Sachi, but
oh,
marketing came in, and then Asuna was
and
the
she
person.
died.
Yes, Sachi is dead. The marketing came in, and Sachi
Wait,
is.
so I have one question though. Like, does Asuna like stop being a cuck later on in the series, like when they try to repair her character or whatever?
I
Yes,
don't think
she
woman can be, or is
and
it?
the
No,
and the
no,
actualization
she's basically getting cucked
and
like
the
mad
Okay.
hard in I don't know.
yes, in the actualization arc, Asuna returns, but the anime adaptation in SAO2, when it comes to Alfheim and I guess the Gun Gale arc, they told that pretty poorly. If you read the books, I guess it's kind of equivalent. Like, she wasn't really there, but the books go so much further, which season 3 right now is telling. Asuna becomes a lot more involved.
Okay.
Mm,
So it's like does she tell like Kirito to like stop like flirting with all those girls and stuff, like, or does she just not care?
No, like, SAO is it's dead. It's not going to get better. The books are good, but the anime is not going to stop doing the harem shit.
I mean, I'm
You
okay with
just gotta
that.
let it die. You just gotta let it
I,
die.
I mean, I think that like, okay, why are these guys outside? I think that like it could be somewhat more realistic. Like I don't know. I think I'm thinking of maybe Canon. Canon was like a little bit more realistic in terms of like how the character's personality was and him being popular, versus Kirito is kind of generic in terms of his personality.
Okay.
I don't know. So like,
is
I
that a
mean,
question?
no. So like,
I mean, I already said I like the novels more than the show. That's all I
okay.
said.
So his character is slightly different in the novel.
In the progressive novel, I would say, not the original novel.
What is this progressive novel? Like, is it like the rebuild of Sword Art, where like they just retell the story?
Yes. Reki Kawahara realized his fucking writing was garbage, and he started retelling the story.
Okay.
So we have another Evangelion remake here.
Except
Yeah.
all the Evangelion remakes are fucking terrible, other than 2.0.
Okay. So
Oh
Why?
my God.
What's wrong with fighting in the Franks?
All right,
Dude,
are we about to? Hold on. Are we about to debate this? Have you seen the Evangelion rebuilds?
go
no,
there,
I have
please.
not seen it. I've seen the advertisements for like the pachinko slots and stuff like that. Like that was really big back
Okay,
when like the rebuilds were being made.
all right, but I hate.
I mean, I gotta say, I loved
two of
the
the-
subways. Like the subways were just like mad nice because like you like have like these posters of like Asuka like on the walls and stuff. Because because what else are you looking at? Like you want to see Tommy Lee Jones like standing there like holding a cup of coffee, like, or do you want to see Asuka? Like, come on.
Right.
I'd rather
that was
have like
that was most
So-
of the point of 2 of the 3 Evangelion rebuilds. It was just a fucking. They changed the character designs very little and changed the outfits so they could change more money. That was really all that Evangelion 1.0 and 3.0 did.
I have to say that
Fucking terrible.
seems like an oversimplification. I did watch Evangelion remake 1 and 2, I didn't watch the entire series because I was bored after that.
Okay.
Oh well, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, but maybe my boring came from the fact that I didn't actually get the story too well. Maybe because the episodes or the ovas were very distant in time, so I didn't. So when I get the time to watch two and the second ova of the remake, a lot of time has passed, and I basically forgot what happened on the first episode. So
Yeah,
maybe that's an
you have
issue.
to watch them together because if you watch Neon Genesis Evangelion and then end of Evangelion and then 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0, or I guess 3.33, they're so fucking jarring to watch together that I'm not surprised that you didn't finish them all together.
Yeah, I didn't finish them.
1 and 2, like I said, 1 is fucking terrible. The second Evangelion rebuild film is pretty okay. Like I think I gave it like a 6.2 out of 10, and then 3
And that's
is
good for you?
good for me.
Oh my god, okay.
And then 3.0 was fucking garbage. So I don't want people to really watch the rebuild films. I just watch. I want them to watch Evangelion up until episode 25 and 26. Pull those out and then rewatch Evangelion, the end of Evangelion.
Oh, okay. So they just basically skip the low budget parts.
Yes. They the budget shit out. And like I said, I'm not the biggest Evangelion fan, but I like Evangelion. So as a person who is literally an anime critic, people like you, like if you want to watch the last 2 episodes of Evangelion, fucking watch the movie that they made a year later.
Now, that's the actual content that I'm looking for personally because I don't have too much time. So for me, investing in something that is basically going to be really bad, why should I bother watching that? If I know that there is something out there,
don't. I don't watch a lot of shit. Like 60 fucking plus shows come out a season, and I watch at least one episode of all of them. So you need to fucking watch shit that you want to watch. If you don't have time to watch End of Evangelion, even though it's like an hour plus movie, don't watch it.
But that's the thing. Why should I choose when I have at least people that review these animes for me, and then I can actually do an educated guess on what I may like to watch next?
Well, because your guess is going to be wrong. That's why.
Your channels, anime review channels, are really useful in the sense, like just like movie channels, somebody is going to. It's like asking a friend that I already saw the movie, and your friend is going to tell you the truth. It's going to say, you know what? Don't believe these paid off reviewers on the TV. They are full of shit. This is the truth. The movie sucks. It's fucking bad. Don't watch it. Or you know what? Give this movie a chance. Maybe the first half is going to be boring for you, but the payoff in the end is going to be worth it. Something like that. That's what I'm looking for on the review channels, not just for anime. I also look review channels for books, for movies, for software actually.
You know what? They should have review channels for careers, so that way, like you don't spend like 8 years going to school and like learning a trade or getting a degree, and then it's like, oh wait, it turns out that being a librarian kind of sucks. And
have you seen those? So you want to be an engineer?
Okay, Gerard says the term for Asuna is cuck queen. That's the female version of a cuckold. So that's
she is the cuck. She is the cuck queen, but she is at the forefront of the actual relationship. So she is the babe. Everybody else is the cuck.
But that's the thing. That's what I believe. In my personal opinion, I don't think that a woman can actually be a cuck.
Okay, that's cool.
Well, she's a babe.
No, it's not. That's dumb as hell.
She's on top of the pyramid.
So what you're saying is that if I have more than one wife, that's okay because women can't be cucks. So I should be having as many wives as I can, basically.
I don't want to get too political.
I agree with
that. Not in political. I'm just talking about like interpersonal relationships, like
Yeah, you're actually right.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
You're actually right, because even when the thing is that men and women are not the same.
Okay,
And
so
I don't mean that
so.
in the political American way. I
Oh, okay.
mean that if you are getting a baby inside of you for 9 months, you are going to be basically unable to do the things that need to be done on the house. If you have 2 or 3 women that are also going to help you doing these things on the home, then obviously those women are going to take care of you, and those women are going to take care of your husband when you cannot.
Oh, okay.
That's
I
my
Hey,
very
real quick,
personal
It's
opinion.
kind of like it's
sorry,
like you're saying it's a
sorry.
very beneficial relationship
Yeah.
in that case.
Besides, several women that are married to the same man get along way better than the other way around. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know the numbers on that one. Lando, you're gonna say
Yeah.
something. Go ahead.
Okay, so Land
Sorry.
Anime, I just got to take this opportunity then. So I'm gonna just be Kirito IRL, and you can just and fuck you. So yeah, we're gonna go.
Um,
Is that a good plan then? Cause Jorge, what do you say? Go for it. Yes, good idea.
It's your channel, man, and I live in Mexico. I'm pretty used to a
I'm going to
dictatorial
get some
regime.
water. I'll be right back.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Yeah.
So you're all for it then. That's that's a go from
It's your channel, dude.
Okay.
Do what you want.
All right, sounds good.
I just jumped in.
Hey.
Somebody saying that they want to become like Kirito IRL.
That's me. Oh, Happy D, welcome back. I'm going to become Kirito
Welcome,
IRL.
Happy D.
So if you look at my avatar, it's Hideyoshi from Bakatest, right? So that's like that was Kirito in, I think, like a later story arc. He gets to be a trap too, and he also gets to be like married to like 5 different girls and stuff.
Wait. What? No,
Yeah.
say that a little bit. What?
He becomes a trap and is married to like 5 girls or something like that.
Wait. That's the blue-headed girl, I think.
What blue-haired girl? Like the blue-haired girl is just one of the girls. That's one of the girl. That's his like side girl. Like I think that's his
Okay.
like his like maybe 3rd or 4th side girl. She's like not like that high up in the ranking. She's kind of
Oh
she's
my
like a
God.
low
I
ranking.
just
It's like
okay.
it's
Go
like
on. I just
your
can't keep
wives
up
are
with the
like
girls.
a military, right? They get ranked, right? So I
Oh,
guess like
okay.
as Landame
They're
was
ranked.
saying, Asuna is the highest ranking girl in.
So she's the general.
Yeah, she's the
That's
general,
pretty
right?
fun.
Okay.
So, you know, she's the general, and then like I think there was like some lolly, and then like some other person, and then like I think like his little sister is like probably like a lieutenant or something, and
Oh, the blonde one.
no, oh she's blonde. Her avatar is blonde, but like in real life she's got like I think she has like either black or blue hair in real life. Yeah, so she's
Short
like a
hair, I think.
she's like a
Yeah, I know who
lieutenant,
she
but
is.
I think there was like another girl who's like a captain, and like seen on the blue hair short girl, the short blue hair girl, and I think in real life she has like brown hair or something. Like in real life she looks kind of boring, but like she looks like hot and slutty in the VR anime. So she's like a corporal. Like she's not very high ranking in the harem military. Yeah.
Okay, just before I forget, I'm going to ask you guys another recommendation list for something that you Americans name like wait a minute. I think you call it fan service.
Yeah, fan service.
Hell
It's a
yeah,
fan
fan
service
service.
anime.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel that fan service anime is kind of a waste of time because you could just go to hentai and then like get what you need to get done, and then that's that. But like when they kind of do fan service, it's kind of like unnecessarily drawn out, and it's not really that. I feel like it's kind of pointless when hentai exists. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but okay.
Although
It's
then you
all
have
about
High
the
School
It's
the Dead.
quality.
it's
though.
good for a desktop wallpaper in your background because you got to get your blood flowing whenever you look at your computer, and 2, it's good for um what is it like for like when you're not of age yet to look at hentai, and like you got but you're still a kid who's going through puberty, you got something to look at, right? So
It's
Yeah, if
basically
you're
an
like
excuse
16 and want to
for.
look at some, watch High School the Dead.
yeah, so it's
Yeah.
like
Okay.
It's a great anime. I'll say that.
yeah. So like if you're
I
underage, that's what you can legally
guys, I'm
jack
back.
off to. Oh hey, what's up? So we're talking about like ecchi and how like if you're underage, that's the only thing you can legally jack off to. You can't jack off to
Oh.
hentai until you're like over 18.
Or
So
if you
I-
feel guilty
Oh.
easily.
Here we go.
nah.
Although at the
I
same
want to
time,
see-
if you're younger than 18, you're jacking off to the side of a billboard of Jessica Alba, so they'll be fine.
Jessica Alba,
I'm giving an example.
the young version, I guess.
No, she's aged pretty well. Hey, you know what? Yeah, young, old, you know,
kinda-
whatever floats your goat. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
I'm kinda
god, the
pissed
rabbit
at that.
hole.
Another show that comes to mind is Mockin' Key. It's very well animated, etchy.
I've never actually watched that. I think I have that, but I
Mockin'
just haven't
Key.
watched it.
Yo,
I
throw
mean,
that.
I
throw
don't
that
really
up on the
watch
general channel,
etchy
please.
anymore.
Okay.
Have you guys seen B Gotta HK?
I have it, but I
Yeah.
haven't watched it yet. It's like on like the backlog.
Okay.
I had to
Well,
say that.
it's terrible.
It's terrible. Oh, thank you for telling me that.
I had
Eh,
to say
for
that.
for etchy,
Okay.
it's up there.
I had to say that I think, in my personal opinion, that fan service anime has a place on the hearts of the people that watch it.
Yeah.
That's all I had to say. And I don't watch it to
Can't
jerk
dispute
off,
with
by the
that.
way. Yeah.
Captain Obvious.
I think that Oni-chan Control, like the manga, was probably a bit better than that one that you mentioned. So yeah, I would go with that. I would go with that because it has some more interesting
Wait
things.
a minute. Lando Anime. Do you?
Yeah.
What do you think of fan service anime? By the way, do you look it down like it's not worth your time or something like that?
Absolutely not. Etchy, actually, I mean, before we got into this fucking tirade, we were talking about our top 5 favorite anime. Number 4 in my top 5 is Rakudai Kishi no Cavalry, which is a very heavy etchy show, but it's a show that I watched after tossing around the novels and the manga with my friends in high school. So it's kind of like this like nostalgic, like personal thing.
May anyone type
And-
that on the chat, please?
Yeah.
Chivalry of a Felled Knight is the English name.
Ew, gross.
Yeah, yeah.
Why is that gross? What happened?
It's
Not
not. It's
good.
not gross.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's not good. But I read the books. So, you know,
I'm building.
I got
a
that
list,
now.
actually. Huh?
So, my opinion on etchy anime. I have several that I like. I don't see why. I mean, if you're deep into anime, then obviously you understand. But if you're
I think it's actually very fun.
if you're a casual and you watch High School DD, yeah, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Like, I feel like a degenerate. But no, it's good. I like etchy anime.
I had to say,
I have several ones I like.
Interesting.
Interesting.
fan
Yeah.
service is it's just like it's not dumb fun. It's a stupid fun. So you don't really need to think too much, and you just enjoy yourself a little bit, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, do you guys remember My Hime? Not My Hime. Shit. Okay, well that.
My Hime is fucking great. Don't
Yeah.
fucking pass on My Hime.
Is that related
That's
to
what
My
I'm saying, that's what
Otome,
I'm
or is that like a
saying.
separate
Mahime.
one?
This is shit. Does it lead to My Otome? Because I don't know. Does it, Nando?
Again.
Is My Otome related to My Hime? Or are they separate? Like, are they
They're
different?
separate. They're separate.
They're not like a continuation. Okay.
What is I said the wrong thing. I said My Hime applies, but I was. This is way back. You guys know it. Love Hina.
I actually didn't watch that.
Fuck hard
so-
with Love Hina.
Huh?
Love
I
Hina
didn't watch it, but I
again.
know.
Love Hina again is one of the best etchy harem shows. Like at least that season.
Okay, but yeah, that show is basically etchy. You're watching it because it's an etchy show. You know, if you're watching it, you know, you're turning your brain off, and you always want to see like you want to get edged by like softcore. Etchy is what it is. That's the entire show basically, and that pretty much took up my.
So I guess I should be looking for etchy shows now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay.
You like jerking off? Are we all men here? Yeah,
well,
we do.
I think that like if you're gonna jerk off, you're probably better off with like a hentai. I would recommend the hentai mangas because those are a bit better. The pacing is better than the animes in general. And
Yeah,
be
but
honest-
that's the thing. I'm not looking to jerk off.
all right,
There's
so then-
just something about
That's
that
what I
show
asking.
that's like nostalgic. You know, if I were to watch an anime I watched back 13, that would be an interesting like experience, you know.
Oh yeah.
Just like,
when
wow.
I was a grade schooler, I watched Girls Bravo, and that just blew my mind.
Why? What happened?
It's just it's etched,
Huh?
and I found it on YouTube. This is amazing.
Sorry.
Did it blow more
But
than
for
your
me,
mind?
for me,
If sorry to
I
cut
don't
you
really
off.
like to do that. But if I do, I like to do it for like late 70s anime, like movies. And
For jacking
OVAs.
off?
No, for like turning my brain off, enjoying it.
What's up with you guys and jerking
Thanks. We're all
off?
fixated on that. Thanks, guys. We're all men here.
Well, I
Sorry.
identify as a
Who
man,
said
so
that?
yeah.
Who said? I want to apologize too. Who said about my Atome? My Hime was.
Is one a sequel to another, or are they completely unrelated? Is the question.
Yes, I thought they were unrelated. I was wrong. Those are, I guess, is like a prequel. So.
Okay.
Shit, guess
Sorry,
what I'm gonna
sorry,
be
Mike.
watching and
Mike.
jerking off to tonight then. Watching the
Sorry.
sequel.
Sorry about that. I watched it like 8 years ago.
Yeah, dude. This is
Anyways,
like.
you guys can keep going. Sorry, I was just making sure I
All right. So who's next for the top five? Who are we up to?
Yes, keep going on the top 5, please.
I was gonna
Top
go.
five what?
Okay, Taze, top five. Let's do it.
I just spent three weeks in the land of anime, and I came back to learn you guys some anime. But no, top five. And this is off the top of my head because I don't really rate anime. But Death Note.
Oh, I do.
Okay.
Yeah. And I want to get into the. But yes, Death Note. And lately I've been on a slice of life binge, so I'm gonna say Eurocamp. Number
yeah.
2. Number 3. Kaguya-sama, love it because of the chica dance. If you know, you know.
You're watching some new shit.
Hell yeah, bro.
Oh, nice.
Sama
Yeah.
Love is War is from the winter season.
I like
year.
the I like the newer style of animation better than the older style because like I like the shiny stuff. It's good. I like it.
Yeah, new and
No.
shiny. Number 4, Kaiji, the Ultimate Gambler. Number 5, I like the sound you guys make.
My man's got some. He watches new anime, but he has some taste, man. I like this guy.
Bro,
I like
we're men
this
of
guy.
culture. We're men of
Yeah.
culture here. Number 5, along the same vein, Liar Game. Anyone?
Okay.
No?
I don't
No?
know.
I've heard of it.
That shit sucks dick.
All right. I'm gonna say this. The graphics, the drawings on the manga of Liar Game is not the best because it's a very brainy anime for those who are unacquainted. It's very like logical. It's all about the games that they play more than the characters themselves. They do have a live action movie that I'm particularly fond of. But go ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry,
cool.
Who's next? I'll go last, I guess.
Okay.
Who does that mean me?
Yeah,
I'm the
or you.
guy. I'm the guy here who has seen almost 700 anime. So my top 5 is probably gonna be weird. You guys can go first.
I've seen.
I feel like
450. So.
Okay, so
Alright,
you're
you
close.
guys have to type out your list on the channel then for
Me
us
out.
to actually copy and paste and refer to. Because
Add me on Mal.
Ah. Okay.
We're
I
going
don't
to
think I
need
even
links
go
to
on
the
Mal
channel, by the
anymore.
way.
Like, wow.
I
Yeah.
updated, but
what's Mao? Is that the Chinese?
My anime list.
No, my anime list.
Oh, okay.
You can rank and record every
Okay.
anime you've ever seen, and then
Gotcha.
every anime ever made has been archived on the website.
okay. So I have favorites, but I don't really have a ranking for them. It's just how much I like them.
Sure, go. Just list your 5 favorite. It doesn't have to be in order.
I was just spitballing, so go ahead.
One of them is Gunbuster. Definitely, I really like.
Yes. Oh.
There's everything about Gunbuster.
Have you seen Die Buster?
I have. I like it. I'm wondering how.
Sorry to
good-
interrupt you. I'm so fucking happy.
No.
Aim for the Top
that just
Gun.
reminded me. It made me happy because it reminded me that Tribuster or whatever it's gonna be called is gonna come out.
Buster. Gunbuster 3 is coming out soon.
Yeah, I mean, aim for the
Yeah.
top 3, whatever.
God,
Gunbuster.
Galactic Heroes.
1988 anime. It's a mecha anime, and it's fucking great. It's only 6 episodes. It's an OVA, and it's fucking awesome. Sorry, I'm nerding out so hard.
Yeah,
I'll let this guy finish.
Yo, throw it up on the chan.
Gunbuster 1988. Decided to the list. Okay.
Okay, I'm so glad you didn't say Gunbuster 1488. That joke would have been.
Guybuster is a 6-episode OVA sequel that came out in 2004.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, everybody wants to be edgy, but you know, it's come on, guys, let's.
No, it's not edgy. It's fucking.
Well, like you don't think that's edgy? I think that's pretty edgy. Like, you know, you're not
legendary.
gonna. We talked about how you know, Wendy's is never going to run a 1488 ad. There's just not gonna happen. So you know.
Forgive my ignorance. What do you mean by edgy?
Edgy is like when someone is trying to be offensive for shock value. Or something like that. They're basically trying to go for some kind of getting attention because they shock someone by either saying something unexpected or considered usually in poor taste.
Like Sailor Moon.
No.
Originally meant on
edgy.
The, like...
Edgy is Kirito from Sword Art Online.
How was he edgy? He's
Why?
Like no.
You're an edgelord on the fact that how the anime is written.
Okay, I was gonna bring this back to edgy is an emo kid in your school who brings a knife and a lighter, even though he doesn't smoke, nor does he ever use that knife for anything other than ripping it out.
And also has his parents shop at Hot Topic.
He shops at Hot Topic and he has a comb over that covers one eye. That's edgy.
Oh, I like that hairstyle actually. No, I really miss that hairstyle because like I thought that was like a really cute hairstyle, and I was always bummed out like that girls would never have that hairstyle. So it's like I don't know, like girls would. There is an anime with a girl that has that hairstyle. I don't remember the title of it, but it's like some.
Describe it.
Huh? She's an alien.
I could probably tell you.
She's an alien. She has short like pink hair with the you know side swept bangs with hair over one eye. She's like kind of a weirdo. I mean, I've got pictures.
No.
What? I'd have to look for it, but it's shit. It's on my computer.
The word edgy like originally came from like meaning like you're on the verge, you're on the edge of what's new, like avant-garde stuff.
Is that really what it comes from?
Yeah, but then it became like edgy, as in you have a knife, the edge of a knife to your wrist because you're so emo.
And that's why they say like, don't cut yourself on all that edge.
Right. Let this guy go on to his top 5. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Wait, I didn't tell him about steel. Oh, wait, what about like that like Cold Steel the Hedgehog? I thought that was like a very important you know thing to learn about when you're learning about edgy stuff.
Dude, what the fuck is that?
It's like I don't know, like a Sonic the Hedgehog like OC. Like I think he probably like has a gun or something.
Sonic Unleashed, is that it?
No. It's like an OC. It's an OC from someone on the internet who like and then like
a lot of video games.
Is this a meme like you got it?
No, it was before you got in Knuckles. It's like a fan art of Sonic with like an original character, and like it's him always saying stuff like "nothing personnel, kid," except the guy spells it wrong because he sucks, and yeah, that's edgy. That's what people are talking about.
Does he swallow too?
No. He's I think he's like killing somebody. He shoots somebody or something.
I don't fucking know. Anyways, top 5. Keep going.
Oh yeah, okay. So, Legend of the Galactic Heroes. I really like that.
Why is that?
It's like a
110 episode OVA.
It's 110 episodes. It's about these two warring factions. It's like Star Wars but political and way better.
Oh, like Hell Yes.
Yeah, but way better.
Way better than Could Be Off.
Yeah. It came out the same year as Gunbuster, but whatever. I really like Redline. Redline is one of my favorite movies.
I actually am going to watch that soon.
I love this guy.
Redline is on my
I fucking love Redline.
Yeah. I
7 out of 10
You
for
can buy
me.
it for like $8 on Blu-ray.
Oh, really? Interesting.
I think that's some. Yeah. I like Evangelion, but that's kind of an easy answer.
Why is that an easy answer? That
just-
show is like some people
Just
can't
tell
watch
us your
it.
favorites, Bob.
Yeah.
Some people
Yeah.
can't watch that show. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know. It's just I like it.
Hashtag
I
Netflix.
love the direction.
Wait,
like
what?
The
Some
shot
people
direction.
can't watch
production
it, like
value.
Yeah, because
Evangelion?
they think it's too fucked up to watch, so they can't watch it.
Oh, I see.
I think it's mostly because they have a lot of religious, like.
Yeah,
Does
they
it
get
really?
bored
in it.
I've got a bit of that. Yeah, I've
It
seen a bit.
does, but it
Or
is
annoyed.
very anime. It's a fucking mecha robot show. you can watch it and ignore the religious aspects. Like the main 3 fucking mechas literally fight things called angels
Okay.
against the universe for like they're fighting
Yeah.
against angels that literally kind of describes God, but it's not like a Western I believe in God thing.
It's
just
more like they're more like aliens than anything
it's their own
else.
take.
Yeah, they don't look
Exactly.
like angels to me.
Well, they use it.
Ramiel is a fucking ginormous diamond that just shoots fucking lasers out. Like it's
Yeah.
not.
I've seen
It's-
this
Or there's a
recently
Gabriel.
in a Discord where someone made a joke about Evangelion, where like you show up to the prom in the Evangelion mech, and then people just make fun of you because you had to get a ride with your mom to prom or something like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, keep going. Sorry.
But and then it's kind of a toss-up. I like Gurren Lagann, but I like Hajime no Ippo a lot. And
This man has taste. This
yeah.
man has taste.
And I feel more strongly about my favorite manga, but
Let's hear it.
Well, no, I have the same feelings, Bub. I feel you. When I do my top 5, I'll explain myself too.
yeah, but one that I really like that I feel has like kind of been blown out of the water. Not the anime. Well, I like the anime, but I really like the manga for like what the anime hasn't gotten to yet. But it's the Attack on Titan manga. Like I really enjoy it.
Fucking kill yourself.
No,
I really love it too. I love the anime.
Shingeki no Kyojin is fucking terrible.
Hey, have you read it? Have you gotten to the good shit?
Well, I have not read it, but the anime is fucking terrible.
I think he doesn't like war anime. I think that's what it is. Like he doesn't like the war stories.
Is that a thing? You don't like the stories? Is that what?
No, I hate shows that have a time skip in episode 1 and then have a shitty filter over the entire fucking show, and try to make it seem dark, but it's fucking terrible.
Well, I really like the lore.
While you like the violence, it's fucking terrible.
I really like the soundtrack. The highlight for the anime is the soundtrack for me. But I like the manga for what it is. Like, especially the politics aspect in the second half.
He doesn't like politics either. I think.
I'm so happy that he said that. Well, that's the best part about Shingeki no Kyojin. I'm the dick on here. I'm the elitist asshole who's shitting on everybody's taste.
Well, I don't have a taste yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't have taste
that
yet.
makes me happy.
Why not?
He likes it because I don't. It's cool that he likes it.
You are the Kirito of the group, dude. You are the one killing the raid monster, so we can basically just leech on you, dude.
For EXP.
That's true.
Let me leech on that. Power level EXP of anime.
Yeah, because
who's next on the top 5?
I think it's you.
Did he finish the 5? That was 5.
That was 5.
Okay.
Yeah, close enough, right? We could just round up.
I thought someone else had
Berserk in my heart, but there's never gonna be an adaptation that does it justice.
No.
Berserk.
Berserk fucking blows. I don't get the hype on Berserk. I fucking hate Berserk.
I mean, the art's great.
It's really not.
No, you're wrong.
I can't give an opinion because I watched if you check my Mal, I dropped Kimpudeki Berserk, the original, the popular one, at episode 10.
I'm not talking about the anime. I'm talking about the manga.
Well, still.
Yeah, I said it. I said an anime will never do it justice.
Agreed.
Well, I'll definitely say one of the things it's on my list of things to get to, because I just heard so many great things about it. Berserk. I think after I forget what I was watching related to Goblin Slayer, and how Berserk is just basically what Goblin Slayer wants to be, but better.
Yeah.
So it's
not. It's not. I hate Berserk, but Goblin Slayer is fucking terrible.
That's what he's saying. It's just not. It's just a shitty Berserk.
What the fuck were you reading?
I'll be right back. Hold on, guys.
Wait, me? No, I was. But you know, as far as Goblin Slayer goes, after that one, I stopped watching. Because I didn't have interest. I just wanted to watch that one controversial episode, and that was it.
God,
but go ahead.
Controversial episode? How?
You know,
the rape. Have you not seen it?
I haven't seen it.
Okay, all right. Let's give some background to the normies who are maybe listening, and to Jorge here. Goblin Slayer, episode 1. There's a very controversial scene. It's a scene where one of the characters gets raped and killed by these goblins, and it was unexpected and for shock value, again, edgy.
Okay.
And for a while, this grew actually. This was huge. It was on the news. People were talking about it. You know, there was a Reddit thread on it.
I seen way worse on the Attack on Titan anime in terms of violence. I don't know about rape.
It's not the violence; it's the sexual aspect, because it's such a hot button topic.
That's the problem. Okay. The only problem is Attack on Titan is fucking boring and it sucks shit. At least Goblin Slayer had something to say.
So yes, you need a little rape there.
Goblin Slayer sucks dick.
It sounds awful.
Terrible.
The music's awful.
It's all awful.
And it's boring. It's far more boring.
Yeah, that was the right. The rape was unnecessary because it didn't really add to the plot. It was literally just there for shock value. That was the argument that people gave, which I tend to agree with.
In Goblin Slayer's best aspect, of the manga, is the art. It has some pretty good art sometimes, and that got completely lost in the adaptation.
Really agree. The entire thing is fucking terrible. Why are we debating? Why are we debating this? The entire
I'm not
show...
debating whether it's terrible. I'm just defending Attack on Titan.
Because we want to put a stain on your elitist.
I think it's a solid I don't know.
7 Attack on Titan is great, dude. I mean, it got a very deep lore. So I haven't read the manga, so I don't know where the Titans come from.
Hey, what's up? I'm back.
I suspect that they are actually humans because you kill them in the neck where the main character is actually at.
Are you talking about Toko? I'm just back.
It doesn't matter. Attack on Titan is fucking terrible.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Toko, because the human face monsters, you have to hit that in order to kill the zombies.
We're talking about
the neck.
Isn't that most zombies?
No. Sometimes they have it in the neck, but sometimes it's on their knee or their chest. But that's the only place where you can hit them in order to kill them.
Oh, like a parasite
video game.
No. That's Toko.
Toko is season 1 of Attack on Titan. Is my question.
Oh, okay. No, because I was just in the bathroom.
Season 1.
I was just in the bathroom. I came
back. It is literally one of the worst anime I have ever seen.
I mean, it's a little bit slow paced, but I enjoyed Toko enough. It's pretty cool, secret agent people or whatever. I mean, that's interesting.
I've watched a lot of bad anime. I wouldn't call it...
trust me, so have I, bub. But Attack on Titan's up there.
We're gonna show
it's a well-directed action anime. Strings you along.
We're trying to see if we can make Lando melt by showing our love for anime that he detests.
Who was up next on the top 5?
You.
I think it was you. Yeah.
All right.
Oh no, he's going last, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna go last.
Okay. Yeah. It's you, T-Prince, right?
I'm still thinking. I still have to, because I don't remember all the titles, so I'm still trying to remember the
Well, it's you two that's left.
Wait, who's the other ones left? Who entered?
You.
Wait, did DJ go?
Yeah, he just went.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, it's you and Lando.
I only have 3. Shit. Okay.
Go for it, dude.
I'll take the 3. I'll take the 3.
Yeah, I take the 3 too, and fill up with 2.
Okay.
You owed me a nickel, but
No, Jorge did a good job. He described all the anime he liked. It was really good.
Yeah. All right. So, I'll probably remember them. Okay. So, I'd say like the source are generally better, probably, because it's like one of the oldest ones. It's a Shin Taiso Shin, so that's probably like one of the oldest ones I've seen. Otome Domain is okay too. I like that. Discipline, Canon, and I need one more, and it's escaping me at the moment. So we'll get back to the 5th one.
Okay.
You like the keyworks? You like Canon? Are you talking about 2006?
Yeah, that was 2006.
Okay.
Wow. That's really far back.
Animation fan.
The source material is of course better than the adaptations, but hey, that's that.
Yeah.
Yo, you're gonna have to send me that, T-Prince, because I didn't know any of the things you just listed. So just.
Yeah, me neither. I tried.
I'm gonna ask you to send.
I
Alright,
probably mistype everything, but never mind.
Here's a list. Those are 4, not 5. I'm missing 1. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess I liked Karen. That was also just a entertaining thing to watch.
Karen!
Yeah.
I loved that as a kid.
Karen?
It's about this vampire. She's a reverse vampire, and she has to like put blood into people.
Apparently
it goes out her nose.
What?
She gets a nosebleed if she builds up too much blood, and then in that vampire universe, there's vampires they like specific types of blood, so different attributes of people have different flavors of blood, and
okay.
There's an episode that's like where her brother is like one of those like pervy vampires that's like always like going after women, and then you find out in one episode that all that shit about like him just like going after women all the time is overcompensating for a gay experience he had when he was a kid where he was unintentionally gayed, like when he was in an all boys school.
How does that happen?
Well, you gotta watch it, but it's gonna spoil that episode. That episode's like one of the best episodes.
Don't tell me.
Yeah.
He accidentally got his.
Are all
oh
these
my
things
God.
that you posted like Dojin? I mean, like the first one. What?
Yeah, it's a good one. I mean, it's actually interesting because usually a guy like that, many like at least these days they're often depicted as a kind of gay, whereas he's like actually rather dominant and assertive, which is pretty interesting. So I like that.
I meant like Shin Taisho Shin.
Yeah.
What is this?
Well,
I was like, no wonder I never heard of this. What is this?
Well, I mean, like, so yeah, he goes to a school and he's trying to investigate. Like, the main character is trying to investigate like this like weird, mysterious thing where like all this like shady shit is going on in his school, and his half sister went missing, so that's what leads him to try to start this investigation, right? And there's like this like secret organization he has to infiltrate, and while he's doing this infiltration, he has to like engage in a lot of like questionable activities, but it's part of his like rescue plan. That's why he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah, this straight up.
Yo, I think the voice cut out, but
oh god,
yo, is this
said Black Butler when I meant to say Bible Black?
What? Black Butler?
Bible Black.
The game is a lot better than the anime, definitely. Yo, I think the voice, because the artwork quality as well as the story making sense rather than just trying to combine like every route into one story, and then you're like, what is going on here, right? Now, if you actually play the game like the anime is structured, you're gonna die. You're gonna end up getting stabbed, or you're gonna get like you're gonna ejaculate until you die, or you're going to be shot or something like that. Like, so you can't play the game like the Minase of the anime, because you're just gonna end up getting killed if you do that. Generally speaking, you have to either go good all the way or you have to go evil all the way. That's how you get the actual endings. And you can't get the Imari ending unless you beat all the other endings, so it's a pain in the ass.
And this is Bible Black.
Yeah.
I am like on episode 2 of Umineko, and it's so good.
Okay.
Have any of you played Umineko?
No.
No.
I recommend it. It's very good.
Is it better than Wanko
Alright.
to Kuroso? Because Wanko to Kuroso was just really like slow, and I was like, it's too slow.
This is extremely slow.
Ah,
The
okay.
first episode of it was like 20 hours for me to read, and there's 8 episodes.
You guys hate it as much as the fucking School Days visual novel.
I never tried it.
Oh, it's fucking.
I never watched it either.
Oh, School Days?
Yeah, I've heard.
Jesus
stuff.
Christ.
Basically,
One
just
of
skip
the
to the last episode. That's
worst.
all anyone watches it for. It just just skip to the last episode, and that's all you
I
do.
dropped it at episode 11 because I already knew what was going to happen in episode 12. And
So
I was
you
like,
you
well,
basically
this is-
literally watch every episode except for the one that matters, and that's your experience with.
Exactly, because I knew what happened in the fucking visual novel, and I was like, oh, this is so fucking bad. And then recently I learned that they had like a fucking porn version of School Days.
The original is the foreign
Where-
version.
The original was a hentai.
Because
Okay,
Makoto
here's the thing, guys,
Makoto
like-
actually fucks the girls.
Look, here's the
Wow,
thing.
nice.
A lot of the anime that's based off of hentais, like it's basically like originally a hentai, and they just take out like the sex scenes and they make it an anime. That's a lot of times what happens. Maybe like
No way.
a good 1/3 at least of anime
No
that's
way,
out there is
really?
like based
I-
on hentai.
That's not true at
Yes,
all.
it is.
It's not true at
No,
all.
It-
You're fucking.
That
That
It-
sounds very simplistic too.
Maybe
I
like
find that hard-
1/20th.
Wait,
No,
sorry,
more like
sorry, you're-
1/50th.
You're talking to an anime critic right now. 1/3? No, that is
Yeah.
not true.
Like
No.
about 1/3.
Maybe of the
No.
1/3 that you
That is not
watched,
1/3.
and
I'm
you
sorry,
probably
man.
go for
I'm gonna call you out on that right now.
Well, he probably goes for that. You know, like once you get a taste for something, you're gonna end up. What's that effect? Not the Barnum effect. What the fuck?
Yeah.
The Mandela effect.
Yeah. Once you see something, you're gonna sniff it out, sniff out the ones that what you
You're
really.
gonna sniff it.
You're not gonna sniff it because I literally watch like at least one episode of every anime that airs every season, so I can tell you right now that is not true. 100 anime?
Okay.
Have you? That's not true at all.
Have I what?
But anyways,
Okay.
have you seen almost 700 anime?
No, I don't have that much time to be watching 700 anime. I mean, I probably, if I could, like, time travel, I might, but I don't think I can. Like, I gave it a shot once, and I didn't make it that far.
Well, I have. So you're fucking.
I think I've
you're
technically
fucking.
watched.
Your percentage does not make any
Wait,
sense.
so, like, you actually look up, like, every anime that you watch? Like, you look up, like, the details and, like, what it's based on and all that stuff, usually?
Well, yeah, every studio, at least 60 to 70 anime come out a season. I at least watch one episode of every single one.
Yeah,
When
but you look
say
up what the
you've
source
watched
material is.
700. When you say you've watched 700, do you mean you've finished 700?
Finish seven. Yes. I've completed almost 700. I've dropped like a little over 200.
But you will agree that missing a single episode will not count as watching the entire series.
Oh, yeah. Duh.
Yeah, especially when in the case that this guy mentioned that is you didn't actually watch the episode that actually matter.
You watch all
Well,
of it except for one.
Well, sure, but I don't watch shows that suck. So-
Well, apparently you watch all of a show that sucks, except for the part that, like, everybody watches.
Yeah, besides, if you haven't read the book entirely, how are you going to actually
why does the book?
Well,
why
I
does
mean,
the
you
book?
don't
Why
have to
does the
read the
book
entire-
matter?
Yeah, I'd say that, like, reading the entire book, especially if it's like an anime that's based off of, like, let's say it's based off a visual novel, that's like a pain in the ass to get all the endings. Are you really gonna just spend all that time to try to get every ending? I have a friend who actually got the Imari ending.
Why would that matter at all when you're watching anime and critiquing it? Like, sure, the manga could be better, and a lot of the
Usually
shows
is.
in my top like 15 are.
Yeah, manga
I
usually
love,
is
but
better though.
it's-
like
the anime.
Like
is
Midori no
what we're
Hibi's
talking
manga
about.
is way better than the anime for Midori no Hibi, and like.
I mean, the Kaishiwa Maid-sama is my favorite manga of all time. The show didn't even come close to finishing it, but they still adapted it. Like, why the fuck would that matter? Because they never animated it.
Yeah, and then why does Naruto get like freaking 300 episodes? Why did they get that?
Because they have money. Because that studio has money to do so.
But why though? You only get money when your series is popular.
Yeah, it was popular.
Yeah, I mean
they sold $1.
Well, Solo was pretty popular, but it only got like 13 episodes though. It was only 13 episodes long.
Which is average. That's a single core, I guess, adaptation of anime. Mm-hmm. They don't usually they do 12 to 13 episodes, and then if they sell enough Blu-rays or if they make enough money off TV, they'll make a second series, which makes it a 2-core anime.
2007, but I suppose they finished it. Like they could continue it, but it would have to go in a completely different direction than where it started if they were to do that.
Lando Anime was your number 5. I think it's your turn now.
It's my turn. Yeah. All right, my top 15.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh boy.
Well, we could find this on your mail, right? Like you're just bringing it up so we could discuss it. Like we could probably go to your mail and see what your actual top 5 top 15 are. Yeah.
Well, you can only see my top 10.
Okay.
But
okay.
Well, I guess my number 3 favorite anime is actually 2 different series that are planted together. So you could only see my top 9. But
okay.
my top 5. So if you go to my mail, you can see it. But
you have to get like the pro
15,
version to unlock the others.
Well, you do to list more favorites on Mal. So
Wait, is that a fact? Is that a true fact? Because I don't know.
It is.
So, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to pay like $2.99 a month on Mal to like list unlimited anime. But so basically, my top 9 is there. But my top 15 in descending order is Kami-sama Hajime Mashita.
Okay.
14 is Cardcaptor Sakura.
Oh, classic. Holy shit.
Classic, yeah.
Back.
Yes.
So the premise of Cardcaptor Sakura is essentially like an anime version of 52 Pickup, where like that's basically what it is, right? So.
Well, they recently came out last year. They had a sequel 20 years for the anniversary called Cardcaptor Sakura Clear Card Hen, and it was fucking great.
Took her that long to pick up 3 cards?
52 cards.
So that's number 14. Number 13 is Densetsu Kyojin Ideon. I don't know if you get Space Runaway Ideon is the English name. It's a 1980 to 1981 mecha anime. I made a video about it. It's fucking golden. Number 12 is Aim for the Top, Gunbuster and Diebuster. I grouped those together. Yeah. Buster and Diebuster together. 11 is Kaishiwa Maid-sama. Kaishiwa Maid-sama is, like I said, it's my favorite manga of all time. But just seeing the anime adaptation kind of warmed my heart. It was. Or it wasn't finished in the anime, but it was good.
Are they ever going to make a Yotsubato anime, or is that like not going to get adapted ever?
Again?
Yotsubato, that's like a really popular manga.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
I think it's a propaganda to encourage having kids, because it's a manga that when you read it, it makes you want to have kids because it's so cute. You're like, oh, kids are so cute. I want to have a kid now.
Oh, it's that. Okay.
I'm 21 years old, and I fucking hate kids. Hanamaru Kindergarten is actually a good kids anime. I would recommend.
I actually did watch Hanmaru Kindergarten and I fell asleep, and then I woke up because it was on autoplay, and then when I woke up, I think it was like a scene where he was either being attacked by a gang or something, and then later on, like I think I might have dozed off again, and I woke up and like there's like some bitch who's like just mad at him and mad at the guy, not like the guy who's a teacher, like
Right.
that happened. Like I don't know what episodes those are because like again it was like on autoplay and I was like dozing off and like.
It's a good show. So where was that? At number 11. God, Kaishua made song already said that. Number 10 has
would
been
you recommend
tossed.
Hanmaru Kindergarten over Kodomo no Jikan in terms of like that kind of genre?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a written list for this because
because Kodomo no Jikan it's like a slightly older girl, whereas in Hanmaru Kindergarten the girl in question is a lot younger.
okay.
I forgot. Oh.
Because we're talking about like elementary school versus kindergarten, so
yeah, it's different. For
The main character is a teacher there, or
yeah,
something like
he's a
that.
teacher. In both animes, he's a teacher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. God, whenever you mention an anime, I really need to like do this in incognito.
yeah.
Why?
Because the government might be watching me for various things.
You're probably on a list. I mean, we had Dewey Donovan on here one time, and he just all he did the entire episode, which is bitch about all these government lists he keeps getting on, and like that's basically
the
all that
bathroom.
episode was.
In the bathroom.
Look up the episode. We have Dewey Donovan hostage if you want to know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, America is very advanced on the populist surveillance. Actually,
Yeah, not as good as the UK, but we're getting there.
UK's better. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had our stream crap out a couple of times, and we mentioned the NSA earlier on. So if they were watching, they might have been the ones to cut off our feed. I think now they learn better. Now
Gerard Perry in the chat says any Studio Ghibli film is better than any other anime, especially those directed by Hayao Miyazaki. So
most of them.
that was a Gerard Perry's.
Just most of them.
I mean, they are good. They are.
What are your feelings on that, Lando? What are your everyone?
I personally don't like these films. Like, yeah, but okay, go on.
I'm kind of in the basement on that because
You're in the basement.
One of the most popular ones is Howl's Moving Castle, and that's one of the most boring fucking movies I've ever seen. But everybody loves it. But you know, I'm a sucker. Like when I watch Kiki's Celebrity Service, I feel like a fucking child. Like
Yeah, you don't have to think.
Watch it. I fall in love with it over and over again. Actually, and then also is The Tale of Princess Kaguya, which is not technically a Ghibli film because they were founded a year after. The Tale of Princess Kaguya is really good. And then I'm not a big fan of Spirited Away, but I love Princess Mononoke.
I never finished Spirited Away because, well, I watched it as a kid, but I got to the pig scene and it scared me, and I turned it off.
Yeah, it's not for everyone. I personally like. I've seen it.
If you rewatch, you would like it. It's a good. It's an 8 out of 10 for me, at least.
Would you watch it again?
I would watch it again if I'm with a girl that I want to bang and like she wants to watch it and we're gonna get laid. If we do that, like that's
so true. It's so true.
Is that true though?
For Miyazaki films, definitely. But like I'm not gonna watch like Spirited Away on my own, like not by myself.
Oh, thanks. I'm fucking taking notes here. But thank you. Please go on.
I've seen it. I've seen Mononoke. I mean, it's not a Ghibli film. I'd rather just watch like Paprika again than watch all of these things because Paprika was like I liked that when I was on a plane and I was watching it.
Have you seen Ponpoko or Ponpoko and Poppy Hill?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, those are pretty good. You might check them out.
Yeah, I'll check them out too. Put it in the chat.
Throw it up in the chat.
Yeah.
Well, before we move on, what's your thought on that statement, Happy D? What about the statement of Studio Ghibli films being better than anime.
Especially if it's directed by Hayao Miyazaki.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely sets the bar for animation. If you want visual spectacle and if you like the style, that it's the pinnacle. But I mean, it's up to preference. If you aren't a fan of the style, it's just not for you.
Have you guys seen the latest and the last Miyazaki film, the Wind Rises? Is that what it is? I'm pretty sure that's
I
it.
like
Yes, yeah, the way
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Kaze Kachinu is the film. The one about
Yeah.
the airplanes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I was
fucking
with my buddy.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's beautiful. I was with my buddy in like an indie theater in New York City. We're watching it, and I looked over. I haven't seen this guy cry in my entire life since I've known him, and dude was bawling. But I'm like, holy shit, this guy really fucking loves anime more than I do. But yeah, it's I respect it. I respect Studio Ghibli. I went to Japan. I didn't even go to the tour. I don't think I ever finished a film other than the Wind Rises, but I have respect for it.
I'll say Tochinu was just. Not only was it special, the backstory of it was that it was supposed to be Hayao Miyazaki's last film, which obviously it wasn't because he's been making. He directed the newest little short called Boro the Caterpillar.
It's kind of like how they said Hero was going to be the last film with Jet Li in it, but Jet Li was in other movies afterwards.
Oh, okay. So Miyazaki. Okay, it's not.
He pulled the Jet Li basically.
He pulled a Jet.
Yeah.
All right, I get it.
Yes, but he's still creating. Anime is his passion as much as he hates it, but it's
he's
basically Tochinu or The Wind Rises.
Hideyoshi. He's basically Hideo Kojima. If he hadn't gotten fired from Konami, like some people speculate he intentionally got fired from Konami so he wouldn't have to make Metal Gear games anymore because he tried to stop it and he got death threats when he said he wasn't going to make any more.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's probably like the Miyazaki situation right now. He's getting death threats whenever he says he's gonna retire. Like
now, those are fans, dude. I mean, they know so much what you do that they are willing to kill you. You leave them. Yeah.
You better make us an anime, otherwise we'll kill you. So you won't be able to make us anymore.
That's actually a real good fan, if you think about it. A very psychotic one, but a really
I think that's what they call a yandere, right?
That's what I will call devotion.
Hey, is that a fandere?
A fandere? Yeah, that maybe.
Okay,
thanks, guys.
I think a lot of those fans have, gone on to newer anime.
Never covered my top 10. I got down from 15 to 11. Okay.
No, we're listening.
All right, yeah, you get one more because you get 5.
Dude, by now you know we're gonna go off of tangents as we list these anime. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I already said number 15, Kami-sama Hajime Mashita. 14 would be Card Captor Sakura. 13, Densetsu Kyojin Edion. Aim for the top, Gunbuster and Die Buster. Group them together. 11, Kai Chiwa Maid-sama. My top 10. My top 10 is number 9 and 10 kind of fluctuate, but number 10 is Anohana, the flower I saw that day. I fucking love Anohana.
I thought you were going to say The Flowers of Evil because I was like, Akunohana was just, it was one of those animes that's trying to be edgy, but then it never gets edgy.
Yeah.
Did you read the manga actually is very different in terms of the art style. Like the manga looks more like an anime, whereas they don't do that rotoscope shit when the guy drew it. And
yeah, can you say the name of the anime adaptation again? Sorry.
Akunohana?
Yeah, I never read the manga of that.
The music video for their ending theme song is kind of weird. It's just boring. But the karaoke video for that ending theme song is really creepy. So that's not in the anime though. So like it's in the if you go to karaoke and you get a last flower, I think that's the ending theme song. Like it has this like weird, really creepy background video of like dolls and stuff, and it's like
Yeah. I'll have to check that out. But yeah, number 10 was Anohana, the flower we saw that day. Number 9 is Kyoso Giga. Have you guys seen Kyoso Giga?
No, I haven't seen that.
Kyoso Giga, no.
What was that?
Kyoso Giga.
Kyosho or Kyo? Wait, what?
AYOU SIGA. You could.
No, I have not.
Okay. Kyoso Giga was great. Real Life and Real Life Kanketsu Hen.
Oh man, I've heard good things about that.
Real Life was fucking fantastic. It was just we had to wait.
It's a new anime. It's very new, is it not?
Real Life came out in 2016, but Kanketsu Hen, the last 4 episodes came out in 2018.
Yeah,
March,
it's new. It's new.
Yeah. 2018.
Yeah.
Number 7 for me is number 7 is No Dame Cantabile, a music romance drama, and it's not drama, more slice of life, and it's 3 seasons long with like a fuckload of specials and OVAs. And
can you quickly just spell that out for me? Cause I'm going on a slice of life binge lately.
Oh, here's a slice of life that is also funny. Is Tonari no Seki-kun. It's just him just goofing off in school and like not getting anything done.
No, that show is fucking terrible.
I can relate.
Don't.
Lando, what's that slice of life anime that you just mentioned?
Oh, No Dame. It's mostly not slice of life. It's a music drama, but I mean, it is some slice. Yeah.
I've written down Tonari-kun, so I've been on ever since Eurocamp. I've been on a huge slice of life binge. You know, as you can tell from my list of Eurocamp and Kaguya-sama. And there's a few others that I can't think of at this point, but go ahead.
I think I just listed it, yeah.
Nodame Kantibile?
Yes, Nodame Cantabile. It's not really. It's funny because the characters are in their 20s, so there's lots of drinking and shit, but it's mostly about the passion of musicians and composers loving out their dreams, and then there's a relationship in there, so it's mostly a romance, but it is slice of life. Yeah.
Is it one of those that focuses on one type of sport, in this case music?
I wouldn't say that because the show is very multi-layered. There's lots, like, between the 3 seasons plus the specials, it's a romance slice of life and then some drama in there, but it's not really it's not a slice of life, you know. It's life in there, but there's a little bit of I guess tension that doesn't really make it that much slice of life, you know. It's weird
because I've been looking into this table tennis anime, the ping pong anime.
Ping Pong the animation, directed by Masaki Yuasa. Yeah.
Yes, that's on my list.
He did the Tatami Galaxy and Lure of the Wall.
Yeah, I feel like whenever anime one type of thing, it tends to be pretty interesting. Like Prince of Tennis. When they focus on one type of sport, it captivates me.
Yeah. Have you seen Prince of Tennis?
They've never finished it. Never finished it.
Well, it's long, but have you seen some of Prince of Tennis?
Hell yeah, of course, yes.
Fuck yeah,
sure,
all right,
sure.
That's awesome. My second favorite anime. Well, I guess I'll get to that.
Okay.
Number 7 was Nodame Cantabile. Okay, at number 6 is Uchu Patrol Luluko, or Space Patrol Luluko.
All right.
Wait, have you seen that, dipshit?
Yeah. It was good.
Okay, have you seen a lot of Studio Gainax shows?
Yeah.
Tell me the Studio Gainax shows you've seen.
I can't do it off my head. Let me put... Give me a sec. Bad with names.
Yeah, I'm about to challenge you because that's the entire reason why Space Patrol Luco is my number 6. Anything Trigger or Studio Guy next? Go ahead and tell me.
Start naming them off, and I'll say yes or no.
For Gynax, Benabashi Shopping Arcade, Koreshi Kanajo no Jijo, Ataka no Video, Tengen Toppager and Lagan. Yeah.
Gurren Lagann was the anime where, like, after, like, I think a couple of episodes, like, the animation quality, like, turned into, like, Ed, Edd and Eddy because there was a strike, apparently, of the animators.
I thought that was endearing, though. It looked fun.
They also made fucking Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of their shows?
No.
Ebichu? Have you seen Orochiba and Ebichu?
I've seen Sonichu.
Alright, I'm dealing with some plebs. Okay, anyway, Tengen Toppager and Lagan is my number 5 because it's fantastic, and it's from a studio that means a lot to me. It's great. If you want to go back to number 6, Ichi Patrol Loco pays a lot of homage to a lot of those shows. Studio Trigger, they literally have Akko and Sui from Little Witch Academia in them.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's why Space Patrol Luke. I'm drunk. Space Patrol Lulico was number 6. Number 5 was Tengen Toppager and Lagan. The entire studio's directors, all of their branch off and themselves. Number 4 is, like I said earlier, Rakudai Kishi no Cavalry, which is a show that came out in October of 2015, but I also read the books in high school, so it's a little bit more nostalgic. It's kind of like a dog shit, ecchi, fantastical romance anime. It's great.
What's the name again?
Kishi no Cavalry.
Chivalry of a Failed Knight. Just do that.
Rakudai Kishi no Cavalry or Chivalry of a Failed Knight, Tale of Worst One.
We speak English in this country.
Sorry if I'm rambling. This is probably getting boring.
No, actually, you are saving me a lot of time with this list.
Okay. Chivalry of a Failed Knight or A Tale of Worst One.
Except you're wasting his time with that one, but whatever.
Wait, did you see it?
Yeah. Now you get it.
How it goes. And then third, this is going to make me seem like I haven't seen almost 700 anime, but number 3 is Love Live. School Idol Project and Love Live Sunshine.
That makes it sound like you've watched 700. You're that into it that you like Love Live.
Well, okay, so Love Live is a show that I watched when I was like, there was a year back in 2015. I was already deep into anime, but every show that you watched seasonally was kind of garbage, and I was really looking forward to a show that would be on some level. And I'll never forget, I was on the Anime Amino app, and I was playing Guess the Anime. People would post pictures, and you could just talk about, and they would post one. If you guessed it first, you were the next to go. Someone posted a picture of Love Live, and I was like, well, that any good? And they were like, yeah, it's kind of cancer, but you might check it out. And I watched
the good kind of cancer.
Yeah, it was a show fan at all.
Arguably a benign cancer, but
it was a very benign cancer. But I watched it, and it was at a time where I really wanted to find something that could connect with me. And Love Live, between School Idol Project and Sunshine, it hit me in the fucking heart so hard that it's the only reason really I'm still watching anime, to be honest. Like, I was so fucking checked out of the anime community that Love Live kind of put me back in there. And
Am
then
am I a weirdo for not being into an anime community? I feel like when I watch anime, I want to normally do it by myself rather than with other people.
no, you're not alone. There's tons of people like that, but you gotta understand, I'm a 21-year-old guy who has been a part of the anime community since he was 7. So like,
Yeah.
I watch a lot of anime and have so since I was a kid. And then when you get older, in my more like years, I was kind of jaded, during the anime community's uprise. And sure, now it's more popular than ever. But then it's so fucking much for 1 year, but I still loved anime. So
what brought you to hate anime? Brought that on?
I went through a phase where every anime I checked out randomly was actually just like some kind of musical anime, and then I got tired of that, and I'm like, alright, I'm not gonna watch this shit. Because everything just had music in it. It was just like, there was like no plot. That was the phase I went through.
Yeah.
What, just by chance, everything just was just only music and no plot. So, I don't know.
Was that true for you, Lando?
Probably different for him.
Yeah, well, it was mostly just that the entire atmosphere of anime was special. I watched a fuckload of anime and then watched it.
My bad. Are you guys
disconnected with
me? I just
what?
hear like some bag audio thing.
That was taking a bite out of a brownie, I think.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Love Live.
Yes, Love Live was the show that I watched after. To answer your question, was like it was 10 to 12 straight fucking shows that I'm not talking about dropping, that I watched to completion, and so fucking bad. I thought the anime industry had become less passionate, and it kind of, in a way, the anime industry became shit around that time, and then I went back further into the archive of anime, and like I said, back talking about that when I was doing that against the anime on that, is to watch Love Live. Love Live School Idol Project kind of reinvigorated my passion, and holy.
Yeah, I know. I listened to it too.
Yeah, this fat fuck's eating
Yeah.
a lot of shit.
Okay, keep going.
It reinvigorated my passion into anime, and I love that. Number 2 for me after Love Live was well, this has been since I was in middle school. Tennis no Oji-sama, or The Prince of Tennis.
There it is.
Yep, The Prince of Tennis is a fucking long ass franchise that I love. There's hundreds of episodes, dozens of.
It's like the Naruto of tennis, basically.
Oh,
well,
God.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of like shonen. Like I have every single copy of the original Shonen Jump manga, but it's still going. And the Shonen Jump, I guess, I don't really care about. It's just a show. When I was in 8th grade, I that's when you're watching like I Dot and Jump or Pokemon. I found an illegal pirate site and found Prince of Tennis, and I just started watching it. So it's kind of sentimental to me. It's like the entire show, the hundreds of episodes I've seen. I love it to death. It's my favorite. It was shown in sports anime,
and this is still ongoing. You're saying? I mean, I don't know. Is Prince of? I haven't checked up on longest.
Well, the show is still ongoing. They rarely come out. Yeah, they rarely come out with movies. Like this year, they're supposed to come out with a new movie. So they made a thing called The New Prince of Tennis, which is where Ryo Metrison, the main character, kind of goes on to the big leagues. And it's and then just to end my long tirade, I love the Prince of Tennis for that reason. It's sentimental to me. Go Sick. Number one is Go Sick. Go Sick is my favorite anime of all time, just because it is anime I have ever
How
seen.
do you type that?
Say again.
How do you type that?
Go.
How do you spell that? Go.
Go
Like
Sick.
go and sick, basically.
Go sick.
Yeah, just
G-O-S-I-K?
G-O-S-I-C-I-C-K.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry,
Okay, keep going.
I'm sorry for my entire tirade. The Go Sick is the best anime I've ever seen. I have only rated 3 anime out of over 660 that I've seen as a 10 out of 10, and Go Sick is up there for me. The plot, the storytelling, and everything is just fucking masterful. It made me feel emotions that I never thought I would even feel. It's a fucking great anime, and I hope other people watch it. But anyways, sorry, you guys. Sorry, that's my top 15. You guys can keep going on. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm definitely gonna watch this. Like I mean, you obviously have watched a lot of anime, so when you say this is your one and I've never watched it, I'm gonna give it a chance.
Yeah, well, and
it better be good.
Yeah, well, it might not be your taste because the first 6 episodes, it's a 24 episode anime, and the first 6 episodes are fucking boring. If you're not into a mystery anime, you probably won't be into it. But Go
The
6,
art,
the
I
writing,
just did a simple yeah.
The writing is it. Okay, I guess I should say I read the novels of Go Sick.
Okay.
Illustrator has since passed away, so the all of the anime is different from the books because the illustrator passed away, and they tried to readapt it in a different way. But from the book to is the same, and it's just, well, I guess not the same, but it's still solid. It's a very constructed 2-core 24 episode anime that is fucking perfect to me. It's my number one. Yes, it's my number one of all time. It is just so fucking perfect to me that I hate recommending to people because I don't think anyone else would like it. But it's my number one, man. It's
your bias. It's your bias.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, since 2013, it's been my favorite anime. I love it. If you watch it, thank you. I'm currently working on a 40-minute mini documentary of the entire franchise, analyzing the plot to the books, and also just my personal investment. So it's like a kind of a mishmash of all that.
Yeah, man. When you make that, don't forget to come back and let us know so we could rep it with us.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry to take up so much of your time.
No, you're fine.
I'm drunkenly ranting, but this is anime.
Yeah, man. I'm looking at the and
shit I love.
It reminds me. Have you seen?
You're good enough.
Oh, have you seen D and Angel?
Oh, Battle Angel Alita?
No, you
said
Angel.
D and Angel.
D and Angel.
I don't believe I have. No.
Oh god.
I hear the groan. I hear the groan. That's if you've seen D and Angel would groan like he just did. No, wait, no. Am I? No. Not D and Angel.
Is that the guy that is going to be an evil guy with the blonde hair like Dragon Ball Z?
No.
Yes. Oh shit. No, that's not.
Oh,
it's a kid. It's a kid who transforms into like a master thief.
That's right.
And the girl he's in love with falls in love with.
Wait, is that Mouse? Are you talking about Mouse?
No, D and Angel.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why I name. It's okay. This is a good anime.
Everybody hates the theme song for Mouse for some reason, but I like it.
Okay.
Mouse the anime?
Yeah.
No, just mice. Just like mice scurrying around.
Yeah, it's the theme song is really cute. I think Under 17 is the performer, and Yeah, but like, but it's just reviled by everybody who listens to it.
Bro,
Yeah,
I
like
looked it
the
up.
song for House.
Titties.
What happened?
I looked it up. All I see are these titties.
Post a link in the Discord.
Okay.
I mean, it's like it matches your description. It's like some guy who has to like steal a bunch of shit, right?
Yeah, it's just a lot of titties. I mean, not just, but it is for being what it is.
Oh, okay. So, you mentioned at some point you mentioned what's his the director Masaki Yusa, and
That's like USA.
yeah, the ping pong guy.
Yeah.
There's this one core show that I've been like 9 episodes in. I really, really, really like it, but I've just been too lazy to finish it.
What show is
And
it?
it's called Kimono Zume. It's
Oh, is that the one with the fucking monster chick?
yeah. Like it's like it's
That's his early
kind
work.
of generic, but it's so like visually dynamic. I love it.
Yes. Yeah, that's his early work. Like way
Yeah.
before Devilman Crybaby.
Yeah,
That
it's
shit
way
is
sketchy.
it's fucking I just appreciate it out of his direction. Like that show is so
Yeah.
fucking goofy.
And the OP is like good. It's weird.
Okay, what is that? Have you guys seen the anime with the robot girl?
You need to be more specific.
I know. I'm not so much.
Yokohama
You know what?
Kadashi Kika?
Battle Lalita, dude.
Never mind. Move on. Come back to me later.
Okay. I do
I'm
have a
looking
long
at it.
list right now, so I'm pretty happy. I
Okay,
may like to know if you guys have a Lando Anime. Do you have a YouTube channel?
Yes. I have a shitty anime analysis channel at the same name, Land Anime.
I'm going to look for it.
Thank you.
What is anime? It's a Lolita girl robot, and it's a love
Oh,
anime.
Alita Battle Angel?
Plastic.
Is that what it is? No.
Plastic,
I don't think
plastic
so.
memories.
And her reset button, like in
They're
the
talking
very
about Chobits. They're talking about Chobits, man.
Chobits,
Oh,
yes.
Chobits. Yeah.
Chobits,
Yeah.
yes.
I did not finish Chobit.
I was thinking about plastic memories.
I was gonna liken the art of Chobits to Gosick, and then I thought of DNA Angel for some reason, not DNA Chobits, which it's not. But anyway, all I want to say,
I fucking swear to God, if you ever fucking compare Gosick to Chobits, I'll eat that ass.
You're gonna eat that ass?
You gonna eat that ass? I'll eat the ass.
That sounds like a good thing, right?
No, he's talking about eating the ass.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not up for another man.
That ass or that ass?
I get what he
I mean, if
meant.
it's a robot, I mean, it's sterile, you know?
All I remember about this, in the very last episode, like her reset button is located in her vagina or like her clit.
That's the first episode, dude.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
Yeah.
All right, that's all I remember then.
I'll be
That's
right
all I
back.
remember.
Because he finds the robot that was discarded, and then like the first thing he does is he turns on the robot, and because he finds the
man.
button.
I hope I didn't Lando May for by comparing children.
All right. Well, now that Landamine is out, I'm going to talk about this anime that I like called Another, which is a very like
Okay.
that's an anime that I recommend to Jorge because you like things that
Which
are
one?
Another. It's a mystery
Oh.
and it has like some supernatural stuff in it. It fits into my favorite genre, which I mentioned earlier. My favorite genre is when the regular setting is mundane, but in the background you have a lot of supernatural stuff going on. So that's
nice.
One with the umbrella in the neck, right?
It's basically the anime Final Destination.
Holy shit!
Oh,
What the
nice.
Yeah,
But
but
I heard umbrella in the neck. That's
yeah,
that's
well,
not okay.
that's one of the ways someone dies, but it's basically
That's not
anime.
okay.
It's the anime version of Final Destination, but the explanation is more interesting than Final Destination's, which is, kind of whack.
Yeah.
This is your final destination.
I mean,
Just
kind
heard
of.
some
I mean, like,
dude explaining that you're going to die, and that's it.
well, I mean, like the anime version of Saw is what's it called? Euphoria, right? Euphoria is the anime version of Saw, right? So that's
Euphoria.
Whoa.
But again,
I'm writing this down because this.
But again, Euphoria is based on a game. The game makes much more sense than the anime. The anime, they just try to cram all the routes into the same plot, and it doesn't make sense when you do that. So
Along the same, doubt anyone? The anime or Bunny Doubt?
no, I haven't seen that one.
DOUBT, like you doubt someone. Bunny Doubt. It's basically like a Saw-like anime. The entire anime is just I think 13 episodes, and it's one plot. I think it's like teenagers locked in a room, one died, and like who's a murderer deal. It's super good. I'm super into that, and that's so if anyone wants to, I really like it for some reason. It just hit a sweet spot for me. I can't say that it's objectively a good anime, but it really hit a sweet spot in terms of mystery and yeah, and like not supernatural, but just like mystery and like you just remind.
Your voice is cutting out a lot.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Mm.
Let me know if it cuts out. I'm using Starbucks Wi-Fi.
Huh.
Yeah. Have you guys seen? Okay, let me go back to the whole harem anime. Have you guys seen Ichigo 1%?
No.
No, I haven't.
Say again.
Ichigo 100 strawberries.
Oh yes. I fucking hate that show.
Is this? Hold on. Is this Lando answering me? Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that was my high school life. I just wanted to throw that out there. Not the plot of the anime. I mean, I spent reading chapters of that.
Yeah, you
Like
get
one chapter a day. Yeah. Super good. It's basically your day decisive high school asshole who has like 3 girls in love with him for no reason. He sees like strawberries on the panties of this one girl, and then he's like super in love with her for the entire anime. But nothing nothing ever happens other than like never get closer. They just like dance around the facts, and then and then that's your harem anime.
Okay.
Fucking great.
Have any of you guys seen Strawberry Panic?
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yes. I haven't seen.
Super slow, but super cute. I really like that. In my top 50.
Oh, okay. It's Strawberry Panic is basically like an all-girls school like Yuri anime. So
It's Catholic lesbians.
they have another
There
one
it
called
is.
Maria-sama ga Miteru, which is basically a similar premise, except it's I guess it's like more religious. I guess I don't know.
I'm not
In
really
a way,
fan
I
of,
guess. Yeah.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
not
they
a
have
fan
more
of-
references to religion in it, but that's basically it.
I do, but I'm also I enjoyed it because personally I'm an atheist and I loved it just on the Yuri aspect. It's just like the first fucking like 14 episodes are so fucking boring, but you're just waiting for those relationships to come intact, and it was fun. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was it 25 episodes?
26. I'm reading.
Yeah, it was good. It was fun. I read the entire manga too. I have the entire manga collection actually right here next to me. Right here next to me. It's good if you like girls who are 6'5" for no reason, and a love partner who is not 6'5" and it happens to be super gay. It's fucking great.
But their hands aren't obnoxiously huge though, and they don't have obnoxiously long necks either.
What's
Yeah.
what's that a reference to?
It's a reference to yaoi because women can't draw. Like that's just a joke. But
It's a reference to Welcome to the Ballroom, which has several men who have way too fucking long necks and people who don't know how to draw humans.
Yeah, and it fucking like ruins the chances of having a decent ballroom dance with cosplay because now it's like just everything's shit. Wait, you go to conventions too? You ever been to a convention?
Yes, I VIP at several, but
you see the freaking ballroom events that they have now, or like what they try to pass off as ballroom events, right? Like, have you ever been to any of those?
No.
It's fucking dog shit, man. Oh man, like, I mean, like, okay, now I'm gonna be, I'm like now I'm being like a ballroom dance snob because I actually like freaking did ballroom dance and like went to like the MIT competition and shit like that, and like I wouldn't win because I'm not that good, but like at least I freaking took it seriously enough to actually learn what the fuck I'm doing, right? But like,
I have a normal neck.
So yeah, I have a normal sized neck, right? I'm not like, but like so they had this thing back in like 2007 in Australia. Obviously, I'm not Australian, but they had the Amaranth Anime Ball, which I've always wanted to go to, but now it's over. They don't do it anymore because they went out of business because I don't know, probably because like weebs can't manage money or something. I don't know, but the thing is like they don't have that anymore. But then Welcome to the Ballroom comes out, and then now every convention has like this shitty ballroom event where they book a conference room, not a ballroom hall, even though they hold it in convention centers that have ballrooms, and then they freaking arrange it so it's kind of like when you take a ballroom dance class, except instead of like running it like a ballroom dance class where it makes sense and people learn how to dance and you don't have people like just freaking shitting up the place. It's just basically
degenerate cancer is what
basically, yeah. It's basically a nightmare. I just wanted ballroom cosplay, but that's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
That's just so fucking great that they book a place like with a ballroom, but not have the ballroom dance in the ballroom. I like that. That's the next level anime stuff, man.
That's an anime convention for you. If you VIP at one, I VIP'd at several and have answered I've been a VIP and actually like answered questions about anime for people.
Oh, okay.
And then you go out, and these are small conventions, but like if you go out and see like all the anime cosplayers and stuff, you would just kind of realize like, yeah, they like this one anime, but I don't think they've seen Welcome to the Ballroom. So like if you try to categorize it into like this weird like fetishistic fucking panel, there's no fucking way they would get it. And even if they did, it would still be degenerate as shit.
I don't know if did they ever make an anime adaptation of Nanatakaru, which is a fetish manga?
What's the English name?
They did
an
OVA. They did one episode OVA.
Oh.
Dude, I didn't finish that. I'm like 5 chapters from the end.
Uh-huh.
And I've always meant to finish it.
As you were reading it, are you thinking like, oh shit, this is like a good pickup line, and like, stuff like that?
No, I was reading it. I was like, "Wow, this is actually." I don't like romance, but I like this, and not even like.
I think
you don't like romance?
One of the earlier.
He was gonna say that before.
One of the early chapters.
I like romance. I don't seek it out.
Go back to like the first or second chapter. It's like the second or third chapter. There's a chapter early on where he does something that's actually really, really like good in terms of like a technique, but I can't remember which chapter it is exactly. It's like he says something to Nana to get her to get into stuff, and it's actually a realistic technique. But yeah, go back and read those chapters at the beginning, like the first like 5 chapters. It's somewhere in there.
I'm curious. Have you guys read Yokohama Shopping Logs or Yokohama Kaidashi Kigo's manga?
No, I haven't watched that.
No.
Read that.
Have you read Is a Maid or Kaichiwa Maid Sama?
Oh wait, that sounds familiar. That's the one where the girl.
I'm just curious because those are my favorites.
That's the one where the girl is like she's like really like up there in the school, but like then like secretly she has to freaking work as a maid or something like that.
Yes,
like
yes. Her family's poor. She's a student council president, and then she works as a maid on the side. And then
a guy finds out
the most
service.
popular guy in the school who is kind of into her after she's super feminist. So like it was an all girls school, and then the second it became a co-ed school, she got kind of pissed, and then Usui, the main guy, the blonde guy, I guess to you guys, came along and found out that she was a maid, and then
the bishy fucker.
The romance ensues.
So yeah. So essentially, it's like
favorite manga.
It's kind of similar to Discipline, I guess, because I think that came out like a little bit more recent compared to Discipline, which is a bit older, but. Yeah, Discipline is a similar premise. It's like an all-girls school that gets converted to like a mixed gender school.
Yeah,
and then like a lot of shit goes down, and yeah, if you play the game that's based on, the bad endings are pretty fucked up. So,
I didn't mean to derail you off of what you're already talking about. I was just curious to see if you guys have read this manga. I don't either.
Okay, like there's the ballroom picture with like the guy's neck that like was like he's like Stretch Armstrong basically, like with that neck.
Speaking of anime, like tying into like what we actually do, while I was in high school, I was varsity tennis, and I was pretty into it, and I somebody's like, oh, Prince of Tennis, you the Prince of Tennis, dude.
Don't shit talk the Prince of Tennis to me, please.
No. Yeah, the Prince of Tennis is pretty cool. He's like the Kirito of tennis, basically.
Yeah.
And don't shit talk the Prince of Tennis. I'm gonna punch you through the fucking screen.
No, he's the Kirito of tennis, right? Like nobody beats him. He gets all the bitches. He like he's a freaking Shota, I think, in the beginning, right?
He slaps the balls. He slaps lots of balls with the.
Yeah. He's basically the Kirito of this tennis-based Naruto anime.
Yeah,
right,
sure.
basically.
Okay, okay. So I'm in our high school library, and there was like a small manga section, and they had Prince of Tennis.
Oh, interesting.
And I
They
pick
fucking
up
better have.
And I could have swore like the volume was that it was some, I don't know if it was actually happening or if it was some kind of metaphor or whatever, but like somebody hits a ball so hard that it goes back in time and just kills the dinosaurs.
Interesting. Are you sure that's not one of like the omake or whatever, like at the end where they just make up some bullshit where like,
I have no idea, but I opened it up and I got angry. And I'm like, I'm not reading this shit.
I only watched like the beginning of that, but from what I've seen, like freaking Momoshiro is the only one who's got any game though in terms of that anime. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Because like that freaking reporter girl or whatever her name is, like she's there, and then like these bullies like try to rape her or whatever, and then like he and Ryota have to like save her by challenging those bullies to tennis because that's totally what people do in real life, and then. And then the reporter girl's all nervous, like, oh no, but these guys are bullies. You can't play tennis against them. They might beat you. And then Momoshiro just like bonks her on the head with his racket, and he's all like, yo, I got this. And I'm like, oh man, he's actually able to freaking like, he's the only one who can like talk to girls and like flirt with them in that show. Everybody else is like, well,
hey.
Antisocial.
Yeah,
that is not an accurate portrayal of how tennis and courting women go hand in hand. You see, actually, I was the tennis manager. I was the manager of a women's tennis team. And
did you tease any of them and like basically treat them like you're they're like do you treat them like they're?
I love this conversation as a fan of.
Do you treat them
like
they're
just keep going?
Like a girl, like like someone you're not gonna like
No,
you know what?
I
hardly
talked to any of them, and they thought I was gay. And,
okay, so you're more like a Kikumaru rather than Momoshiro then. That's
I have no idea, but then
this
one
sounds like a
asked
plot
me
of
out.
anime already.
And,
yo man, like you gotta do. He's got like you basically need to have your super move be like Kikumaru Beam then because Because that's the character that you're resembling from your description.
You're talking to a brick wall. I have no idea what you're talking.
Landonime, you know this character, right? You know him, right?
Yes.
That's him, right? What he's describing?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Basically.
All right, there we go.
Life, but if you describe that character, I would say, yeah.
Yeah, man. I think you had to be more of a Momoshiro character if you were the captain of the tennis team.
Also, have you guys seen 1 Ounce? Or sorry, not 1 Ounce. Fuck. Sorry, I'm just going through all the tennis anime in my head. Baby Steps. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, I've heard good things about it,
but I didn't see it. But the title sounds familiar.
Well, the Princess Tennis is better. So fuck everybody who thinks that that's better.
Okay.
So are there any other? Okay,
Landonime,
are there?
Like, we're gonna tell us some more about your experience as a tennis manager before we ripped on you on the whole.
No, I wasn't ripping on him. I was saying that like he can do better if he incorporates more Momoshiro into his character.
Oh, I haven't, man. I'm almost out of college. I haven't had anything to do with tennis for like 4 years.
Okay. No, I thought there was more to that story. Like, you're gonna tell us something juicy.
All right, so then, like, tell us about like these tennis escapades you got into. Like, let's get some. It's gonna be our first erotic story that we have here on our channel.
Hey, I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'll refrain from that. But
I mean, your username is Happy D and not Sad D, so I'm imagining that you're
okay. Just because that is kind of a sexual innuendo on purpose doesn't mean that's what that originally stood for.
Okay, so like, was this like a track girl that you ended up with instead of a tennis girl? So like, it's
no, she was a tennis girl, but
okay.
Wait.
So there you go.
Wait,
the only track anime I know
one
of
that I
is...
talked about after a podcast about that ex that tried to
I don't know. What did she try to do?
What are you talking about?
Like,
Just jump to the next thing, dude.
So, are there any other track animes other than Suzuka, or is that the only one that has to do with track?
Devilman Crybaby.
Devilman
Is that a real one?
What?
Is that a real anime? Because there is a game called Devil May Cry.
Yeah, there is a video game called Devil May Cry.
I think there's a Devil May Cry anime.
Yeah, is it?
There is.
I'm actually pleasantly surprised that there is.
Is it any good?
No, it's
I
fucking
doubt it.
terrible. Don't watch it.
Okay.
I really love how you say it, actually. It's fucking terrible.
No, it really is. I'm not even a JRPG fan or like a fan of like video game anime adaptations, but when I watched Devil May Cry, the anime, I came into it with an open mind, but it was still so fucking bad that
I don't know, dude. 97% Google users like this TV show.
Probably it's bad, dude.
It's bad then.
It's bad, dude. Yeah, it's from Google. It's probably bad, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, from my personal experience, it's fucking terrible.
You're telling me that if it comes up on Google, it's bad.
Yeah,
97% of Google users lie to me about what they talk about.
Okay.
No, it's not even. It's not even.
You're
that,
talking
dude.
to an anime critic right now, and it's fucking bad. Just let me. I'll let you know. Before you watch it, you might like it more than me, but it's fucking bad.
So you guys know the name of that anime that is about skaters on ice?
Yuri on Ice.
Yuri on Ice.
Or are you talking about Pretty Rhythm? Pretty Rhythm is the other one about ice skating.
I don't know the one. I do remember a long time watching.
Is it gay or is it not gay?
Hey, it's not gay.
It's a skating dude. It's gay.
Oh, wait, but are the characters gay or are the characters not gay?
I don't know.
Because the gay one is Yuri on Ice. The straight one is Pretty Rhythm. But the animation for Pretty Rhythm doesn't look like skating. It looks more like dancing, like the way they animate it.
No, this one looks like a skating.
Hey,
I think he's referring to Yuri on Ice because Jorge's he knows the popular animes, so I would think that he would land on Yuri on Ice. I think I've seen Yuri on Ice and I haven't seen the other.
Pretty Rhythm is
I have seen Yuri on Ice. Is Pretty just as the question, is Pretty Rhythm good?
Pretty Rhythm is really popular. They even built
I haven't
Prism.
seen that.
Like the Prism store from the anime, they built that in real life because it's that popular. So
Sure, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
But it's more like a children's anime, I think. I don't know.
Oh well.
And it's gay?
No, it's not gay. It's the straight one. Like the gay one is Yuri on Ice.
It's not gay.
Okay.
Well,
What is skating? I mean,
Yuri on Ice is literally borderline like shonen ai.
It's like a yaoi
very
base.
gay.
It's like bait.
Yes.
It's not like
It's bait,
explicit,
but it's not gay.
But it's
Oh wait, no. Are you fucking kidding me? Have you guys seen Yuri on Ice?
I've seen it. I've watched it.
I've seen
I
posters.
will till my
Like,
grave
that's
say that's
enough.
not gay.
Like
I would classify
It's
it as
homoerotic, but it's not gay.
shonen ai. I
There's
would
no
at least-
penetration. It's yet right. There's
But
no penetration. So.
Shonen ai though. It's gay, but it's not like borderline porn.
wait,
Oh,
Land Anime.
It's
There
not as
was
gay.
a
It's not as gay as
there
like
was
but
a-
the series is
you
about
were
the skating, isn't
describing-
it?
You were describing the romance anime that you were talking about before, but when you were describing it, I was initially thinking of Kimi ni Todoke, which is like a different romance anime where it's like about
From Me to You. It's a great anime.
it's about like some girl who's like a loser, and then all of a sudden like the most popular guy in the school likes her. But that's a relatively common, I guess, premise for that kind of show.
Everything.
Well, why? What's
So like when you were talking about made Kaicho, I was thinking about that for some reason but it's different. The setting is like slightly different though because the girl's not like she's not poor. She's just like well people said she was creepy, but like they don't really portray her as creepy.
She's not.
And, like,
Sawako and
It's an
Kimi
anime
ni
character.
Todoke?
Yeah.
Sawako is a very genuine character. I don't understand how that in any way relates to Yuri on Ice being a shonen ai.
no, not Yuri on Ice. When you were describing the maid one, yeah, when you were describing the other anime, that was-
Kobayashi-san Shinobi Dragon?
No, the other one that was freaking Kaicho Abe-sama or something like that.
It's Kobayashi's Dragon Maid?
No.
No, I don't think so.
The
a
maid,
shonen.
the maid who
So
he's
Yuri
referring
on
to
Ice
one
is
you
a
were talking-
shonen?
I don't think it's I don't know. Maybe.
So
Hold on,
it's
I feel
a-
like-
let this guy
Threads
figure out
here.
what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was referring to
because now I am actually
where
confused
the
about it.
girl is a president, student council president.
Oh, Kaicho, I made some.
Oh, Daphne and the Brilliant Blue.
What?
Daphne.
Well, are there
They're-
any other
they're
track
nothing.
animes other than
We're just trolling.
are there track animes that exist other than Suzuka, or is that the only one that has like track people in it?
Devilman Crybaby.
Suzuka's fucking terrible. Did you guys watch that?
Which one?
No, I don't.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Same director as fucking Gintama. It's fucking terrible.
Gintama? I didn't see Gintama.
All right. What was the argument though? You were talking about
I don't know. I'm asking a question.
And
Ask
what
me-
is your question?
ask again because the question was fucking terrible.
We had like 3
I gonna need you say that again.
Okay, why don't you just tell me all of the sports animes that you know about?
Terrible.
All the what?
Sports.
So my question, I do have a question. So
Okay.
Yuri on Ice, I think that's the name of the anime. Is Yuri on Ice a shonen?
No.
No.
Mm,
No.
He said shonen ai, which means like boys love.
Yeah, it's basically the same
Wait.
thing.
Yes. Wait.
But
What show?
there's love there, but it's not gay.
Okay,
Wait,
so just to clarify for
Oh, wait a minute. Then I am actually confused because I believe that shonen mean some person trying to get better at some kind of the sport or fighting.
No. Shonen means
that's pretty much what it is, isn't it?
Let's clarify.
Sorry. Well, hold on. Let me clarify.
You do this. All right,
Okay,
What?
please
Yes.
clarify.
What
got
show? What show are you guys asking me about that I was talking about Shonen Ai?
I don't know.
No, Yuri on
You
Ice.
said
Let me
Yuri on
clarify.
Ice was Shonen Ai.
I need
Yes.
Jorge
Yes.
seems confused. We're confusing the shit out of him. He asked about a anime with skating. There's two animes for that has skating in it. One is Yuri on Ice. The second one, the name is Shonen Ai. The word shonen,
Okay.
The word shonen in Japanese means it doesn't mean people like getting better and growing up and fighting. It literally translates to young man.
Yes.
So shonen is anime such as shonen or anime marketed towards young men.
Then Shonen Ai isn't porn. Shonen Ai is more like boys love.
The name of the
okay, I get it.
It's not
young men's love.
I actually believe that was some kind of since I see the context of the term used on a sports anime or fighting anime or tournament arcs. So I believe that was actually the context of a guy trying to become a better fighter or tennis player or skater or something like that.
I had the same
yes, it is. When it comes to Shonen Ai and Shoujo Ai, that's a totally different genre. Shonen and Shoujo is anime aimed for young girls, and Shonen is aimed for younger boys. Shonen Ai is aimed for people who, well, I guess the entire genre is gay love for boys, and Shoujo Ai is Yuri, or I guess close to Yuri, where it's girls love. So that's what it translates to.
So I got it totally wrong, I guess. I do fail to see why Dragon Ball is considered shonen then.
I mean, it's marketed towards young boys.
It is, but that doesn't mean you can't enjoy it.
Oh yeah,
Dragon Ball's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I think it's awesome. Actually, it's very popular here in Mexico. The government actually is so popular.
I know
it's so popular in Mexico that the government,
El Hermano Jiren's brother and Goku Blanco,
I know,
Shaggy
right?
Blanco, and
no, but the thing is that the actual government put a gigantic TV all over the city, these gigantic screens, and they were transmitting the last episode of Dragon Ball Z Super for free. Dude. Yeah, dude. That guy just ensured his re-election, dude. It's not even a question.
Oh my god!
We don't have a system of re-election. The people is actually asking for him to repeat his term. So
holy
it's
shit!
Really weird, dude.
Oh my god!
Holy
wow. Dragon Ball in Mexico, in America Latina, is really hard. So yeah, it's a really big thing.
Dragon Ball Z just got some guy elected president. Wow.
Yeah, I like how using anime works in Mexico and then it backfires in Japan when you try to use it for elections. That's pretty funny.
Since I've been to anime as we know, Americans know it, is more than what it actually is in Japan. I feel like in Japan is like anime, it's just like an everyday like life thing, and when people think that anime is weird, it's not that anime is weird, it's that anime fans make it weird.
Yeah, like that animation.
Which animation?
The animation where the guys like were this couple that want to watch an anime, and then like they're basically at like a store or something, and then like they'll say like, oh, what anime should we watch? It's like, and then like the guy picks up an anime and he's about to say like, oh, how about this one? And like this other guy just comes out of nowhere and says like, you're not a real fan. He starts screaming at them, and then they actually made a techno song based off of it. It's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, and it's not as, especially conventions where you have like now wear the face masks like an anime girl, which looks creepy as shit in real life.
The Kigurumi?
Yeah. I haven't seen any of that in like just the it's like, oh, it's there. It's like, yeah, it's popular.
You don't see it because they do that and like they freaking like they put it on the internet, but they don't they don't do it in public for good reason. So,
right, and I've been
it's a different cultures.
They also have what is it called? They also have
very
they use masks to cover their faces if they're sick because they don't want other people to know what's.
No. I'm not talking about the face mask. Mask, like, it's not a mask. It's an anime girl face you put on.
Oh, you're talking about the Kigurumi mask, right? Or something
That's
like
right.
Yeah.
I don't know if it because I don't know the term, but it's like you buy it and then you wear it on your face and you look like an anime girl with big eyes and like the animated thing. And in real life, it looks kind of creepy because
and then you make a video of it where like there's a video of you and you have like a noose around your neck and you're spinning around in an office chair and it's just like and people watch it.
What? What the I've never seen that shit.
Well, yeah, you should look it up. It's pretty interesting.
You definitely have to link me in the general channel.
I don't have it right.
I'll find it.
I have to search for it to find it.
But anyway, I don't know. All I want to see, I've went to conventions where I see an army of those people who put on anime girl faces, and it scares the shit out of me. And when I visited Japan, at least I'd never conventions in Japan, but it's not as anime crazy as I thought it would be, which was a little bit of a disappointment.
Really?
But also kind of refreshing.
Am I the only one who's like? Okay, never mind.
What?
No, I don't know. Like,
well, don't get me wrong. I've been to Shinjuku places. I see like anime, like like anime, like games, anime machines and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying, like, hey, like I haven't been to I don't see these group of people, like Japanese people, putting on anime girl masks and going to conventions in hordes of like.
Okay,
and I have seen that in Texas.
Mask thing. I think this mask thing is. I'm not so. I think this is more of a thing that you've seen.
Yeah.
Because I have hardly heard of this. And,
I had seen them on Instagram a lot, actually.
Yeah, it's an Instagram thing.
Yeah, they are very popular on Instagram.
Oh well, I don't.
They are creepy, but they are popular too.
Okay, I went into a convention, swarm of 20 people wearing them, and I just want to share that trauma with you guys. Is really what to get at.
It's so fucking boring.
But yeah, when I was in Japan, I did not see much anime craze. Like, I mean, I went to Akihabara and did some shopping with some friends, but some doujin shopping, but it was very how should I say it was very commercialized and not a craze. But I never really went to any I did go to some pop-up shops, but not on like the first day. Like I went to a Darling in the Franxx pop-up shop.
Oh no! I would go into that.
What? This was before Darling in the Franxx ended.
Darling in the Franxx was fucking terrible.
I know. I hated the ending. The ending was a fucking ripoff of Gunbuster, and I forced my friend who was all over it. I'm like,
and we all know Gunbuster is great.
Yeah, no, I'm like, you're not finishing Darling in the Franxx because it's going to ruin Gunbuster because they steal the end visual.
Because the building mates, A1 Pictures and Trigger fucking collabed, and A1 Pictures ruined the entire thing.
Yeah, like, hey, let's introduce the main villain 3 episodes from the end.
Oh my god, no.
The enemy faction. The true enemy. But yeah.
So who's the antagonist on the entire series then?
Huh?
The aliens. The aliens.
Interesting.
And there are no aliens?
No, there are no aliens. Because he turns out to be the alien at the end.
Exactly.
You may do that like the first 3 episodes and maybe enter the real villain then. Maybe.
I think they did the same thing in Suicide No Gargantua. They also like made it so like the aliens was them in the end. Spoiler alert, yeah.
They didn't pull it off right, I guess.
I did go to this. It was kind of it's this place that kept having like art exhibitions, where they had all the racing Miku outfits.
Oh, that sounds better than the art exhibitions in New York City, where they just have all the.
I'll just post some
stuff here. Oh, that's okay. That's cool.
Do you guys take a drink while watching anime or just?
I believe Land Anime probably does, because he seems to be the kind of guy that likes to drink. So he's probably drinking like right now. I bet.
Yeah.
You would be right.
Yeah, me too.
Called it.
I have a paper I'm supposed to be revising right now.
What is your paper on?
It's on the Nun's Priest's Tale of the Canterbury Tales.
Okay.
Sounds really boring.
It's about a rooster named Chanticleer and his 7 hen wives. One is named Pertolote. And
is this like a fable?
Yeah, it's like a fable.
Okay.
It's like Aesop's fables kind of.
It's like it's Chaucerian, so it's
Chaucer,
like
right?
14. Chaucer, so it's like 1400.
Okay. That's the most like literature knowledge I've ever known is relating things to Aesop's fables, and that's as far as my literature. I'm an engineer, so yeah.
Guys,
Keep going, dude.
Check this epic picture of me in Japan.
Let's see it.
Okay. So why are you standing next to Fried Potato Man?
I thought it was funny looking, so
I know he's supposed to be a potato, but he looks more like cigarettes. You know what I mean? Like
no, he's French fries.
Alright, boys. I'm gonna get off here.
All right, later, man.
I need to eat some shit.
Thanks for
and go to bed.
Yeah,
thanks for having.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining
coming
us
on to the show and for
guys,
telling everybody that their opinion is shit. And you definitely did not ask people about butt eating nearly as much as I was anticipating. But you can come back again next time.
This was great.
Whole thing
I'm so
recorded.
so happy that
this is a stream. What are you talking about?
It's on the internet. It's permanent.
Yeah.
Dang, dude.
I can't wait to talk to you guys about anime again. I had a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah. Happy to have you.
Ass eat until the day you die.
Yeah.
Also, if you guys post this on YouTube or wherever, link me.
I'll post the link in the chat. I think I should probably end the stream because I was shooting for an hour and then we ended up like dropping and then coming back and then it's 4 hours. So okay.
Oh my God. That's why I'm so hungry. Holy shit!
Right,